Oh shit. It's a good sound clip for the season.
I look at the computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for? Nelly.
Look at that kicker. That's a big, thick boy kicker. I think it's 61 yards. Let's see if you get it, boy. Yep, 61. Going for you. SEC. Let's go. Make it good. It's good. The kick is good. Are you kidding me? Holy cow. Oh, go wild in that place. Go wild. Oh my gosh. That is wow. Man, I like that thick boy kicker. I want him.
I know you saw that game earlier with the Cowboys, so I just wanted to stop by on my way home. Complete blowout. Yeah, you're in Cowboys Nation. I don't think you know where you're at. America's team, baby. You're in Cowboys country now. All right? I don't know where you came from. It's Cowboys country over here. So you saw that? You saw that today. Man, woo! What can I say? Hey, we did that in our home. It's our home game. Now I'm in front of your home. Check this out. Yeah, go Cowboys, baby.
My little snow bunny be getting active too, man. So, you know what I mean? I know he be doing this thing. Oh, that's
your nickname? That's your nickname? You don't call him C-Mac?
Look at your face was like, what the?
Who's Snow Bunny? You don't call him C-Mac. You call him
nah,
the little Snow Bunny.
I call that's my little Snow Bunny cuz, man. He be doing this thing and
I'm big. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Bro, y'all need help, bro.
Who told y'all that? Who told you? J-Mo, that's your fault.
Who is it? Daddy? That's Daddy?
It's goddamn bingo over there. Goddamn
You gonna make it sore with that gun. You gonna make it, yeah, because that's a bruise. It ain't just no soreness, it's a bruise. You gonna aggravate it with the gun. Yeah, just moving, just stretching it. I graduated exercise science. I'm gonna list something, damn it.
What keep you motivated though? Because like people like you don't ever get tired.
Tired of what? Winning?
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
I don't give a piss about nothing but the time. Roll!
The MVP front runner. If anybody else got to say something different about that, then come see me. I'm right here in Beemore outside the bank. If you got an issue with that, come see me. I'm about that. Big trust. Woo woo. Lamar Jackson in the flesh.
All right, so why do you continually try to get me to say something that doesn't respect one of them? I'm not going to, so quit asking.
You all right? Why? Nick Saban retiring? Huh? Nick Saban retiring. What? It's all ESPN. Oh, no.
Hey, Connor, Nate, it's Shane Wells with CNBC. How are you?
Very good. How are you?
I'm going to talk about money because we are the business network and the business of the UFC and all that.
I'll take over from here, Nate. You can bounce. take a coffee break, Nate. And by coffee break, I mean bring me my coffee.
No. They want you to give us a quick count to 10, both of you gentlemen, if you don't mind, just if you wouldn't mind counting to 10.
Nate can only count to 5. 10. Count to 5, Nate, will you, if you can?
You count.
You with that coffee.
Count. How about
I know you with that coffee.
Intentional routing, offense number 7. 10-yard penalty. I'm talking to America here. 10-yard penalty and a loss of down. Second down. That is the best line I've ever heard out of official.
Go Bulldogs!
Yale Bulldogs.
Wow.
Not so fast, midget. Not so fast.
Midget?
Yeah, little guy. Hey, not so fast. I go with Harvard. What's the matter?
What's the most fun thing you did this summer? Play Call of Duty.
Keep your eye on Auburn's Haley Fagan in the handshake line. Puts her hand down while walking by the Florida coaches, and the head coach, Tim Walton, pushes Fagan in the shoulder right there, and she pushes back. Watch it again. Now you leave somebody hanging a little bit there. So that's not going to happen, and he misses and pushes on the shoulder, and she shoves right back. Player against the coach.
I don't know. I just throw the ball on the ground. Coach say, hit ball, see ball. I'll throw the ball on the ground. I'll get it up. And we win the game, baby. And we win the game. Thanks to the team, though. Thanks for the team. Thanks for the team. Remember that. Thanks for the team. It's not about me. It's about us. It's about us. It's about our family. Like our people. Like our people.
Are you allowed to date other members of the team, or do you have to wait till the season is over?
What? No, there's nobody on the team like that. No.
So you must realize that you have many fans out in Austria. They see you and they just would do anything to kind of spend a night with you. What do you say to those guys?
I'm not gay, so I'm not going to spend any night with any guy. So
do you have a message to Austria's gay community?
Yeah, I'm not gay, so don't come looking for me.
If you head to the Ravens YouTube channel, you can get a really good look at what that...
I'm fucking tired of this shit. I'm tired of this. It's been 7 years of the same shit. Tired of this shit.
Are you in this game? Let him handle it. Let him handle it, damn it. Well, let him handle it. Let him handle it. Oh, you shut the fuck up and let him handle it. Don't tell me nothing. You understand? Get shit off the fucking sideline. Push it on my... You don't push on my damn...
That's all right.
I don't even know what to do. Wrestling?
No.
How much was it?
I don't know. 721. That's stop. I know you did.
$721.
Just told us.
Oh my. Oh.
What the? Oh.
Are you a cat or a dog guy?
Neither.
Really? Do you have any pets?
I have a dog, but I don't.
But you're just not a
It's technically not, it's not my dog, but it's my dog. Right?
Yeah, all right. So you're more of a dog guy than a cat guy.
No.
Are you just not a pet guy?
I don't like pets.
I'm with you,
What
the heck? He doesn't like pets either.
We're on the same page.
Why? Why don't you like pets?
They're a nuisance.
Yeah, I just don't. They're just sloppy.
They're sloppy.
Yeah.
Some dogs are sloppy. Some dogs don't slobber, and they're not sloppy at all.
No, all dogs are
You just need to meet the right dog, Devontae.
Yep. Hey man, how's it going? Are you Jake?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, so someone called in reference to your Facebook post.
The eagle floss, man.
I know. So
I'm fine. The eagle floss and the dogs are barking.
I got you. You don't plan on hurting yourself?
No, the fucking Jalen Hurts threw 3 goddamn. Turn the ball over 6 times, man.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. All right, man. I appreciate it. All right. Take it easy.
Are you going to school tomorrow?
I don't know.
Is he going to school tomorrow?
No, he ain't making it.
What do you get out of competition with the defense?
Can I say something about your outfit, though? You got a lot of bananas on. I would not put on that many bananas on me. You must be a banana guy, I'm assuming, right?
Ask him where you buy from.
You really want to know?
Yeah. No, you didn't.
Did you know that people shot that?
No, I didn't actually. Hey, man, if you like it, I love it, brother.
I'm like, bro, Cowboys supposed to be playing tonight. What the fuck is going on? I got my hat on, I got my jersey on, I got my forces on, I got my swag on, I done prayed to my Jesus, everything.
Damn, I gotta go out here for hands. Now I gotta go out here for hands. Damn. Hey, good? All right, catch your breath and get that back out there now. Ain't nothing but a little snot. Little snot coming up out of them. I need to put this on my head. I ain't trying to get sick now. Damn wind. Out the route. No. Damn, why my hands so loose? I'm cold as hell. My hands froze. Take my ass inside and holding them. That's a bruise. It ain't just no soreness, it's a bruise. We're gonna aggravate it with the gun.
I'm gonna talk to that.
I graduated exercise science. I'm gonna listen something. Damn. You getting your ass out here, you finna block. I ain't blocking. No, you getting your ass out here, we finna block. I ain't blocking. Blocking the date.
I'm not blocking.
They're both seeing the same thing in the courtroom.
What's these guys?
Robinson,
No, Your Honor. Your Honor.
Yeah. Look at Littleton.
Just egging him on.
He's mocking his argument.
I've been to Charlotte twice. I've been to Raleigh. I've been to Raleigh twice. Raleigh.
Oh, okay. Close enough.
That's how you say it? How you say it again? You for real? But it's spelled R-A-L-E-I-G-H.
Raleigh.
That's Raleigh.
Close enough. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, she was nice too, huh?
He's just looking at the Kansas sideline. Right there. Now that's inappropriate. That's inappropriate. Now the slant to Williams, and he spins his way into the end zone.
I'm going to go to Cancun like everybody told me to do. And I'm going to enjoy myself because I don't have nothing else to do. So take myself there.
Hey, here we go. Daddy, what is hot? Hey, turbo, hey, can. Daddy, what is hot?
I knew how important this was for our team. Our team chill. I knew how.
Run, man. Run the ball. Quit playing.
We promise we won't let you get sacked no more. So sorry that we got you hurt.
Joe Burrow, Heisman Trophy winner. Does this look like a Heisman Trophy winner?
Right, it does. Show it to him.
Show everybody. What would you tell this kid right now?
Looks like a national champion.
Get.
That's the dog mentality.
This is high rate fucking robbery. Man, I'm trying to get some of this gas back. Hey, you think if I go in there and tell them that I put the wrong gas in here, they give me a refund?
Where we at? Back at the crib, yeah.
I am from Florida, bro. I am not supposed to be in this right here. Man, the gas station trying to get gas. Well, where in the world? Take me back home, man. Detroit, I love y'all. I love playing for the Lions. But bro, I need to go home.
You're late, baby, late.
Put on the Alabama shirt. You just won the SEC championship.
You almost said. You know what you almost said.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever let that scarf sit down anywhere. You might not ever see it again. It won't even be a question about who took it. I'm gonna send you ransom photos with my face and with the scarf wrapped around my head like the Taliban. You just ridiculous.
No, you are a spoiled brat. You're over here pouting.
You were just ridiculous.
You're pouting.
You know what the word ridiculous means?
Can you spell ridiculous?
Yes, K-A-Y-L-A.
No, ridiculous spells a net.
No. You acting this way this close to Christmas.
Oh no! Don't you turn into this grandma thing that you got going on over here.
If you had one, you just wouldn't.
I've never seen anything like that in my life. Oh. Well, that was the Miller. Watch this, Jordan.
Just now wins.
Damn.
What the?
He bumped that like.
I've never seen
quick.
Oh no!
Oh shit! I see Reggie Bush. And I had to go back and replay this because what the fuck is she crying for, boy? That bitch must have bet her soul on this game. Then watch this next white lady come up. Boy, she act like somebody killed a pet.
I mean, it's obvious. I mean, we're so far past that, to be honest with you, but that's obvious. I mean, you just want to piss me off going into this week.
And roll tide. Thank you. Roll tide. Roll tide. That's what. Roll tide. Roll tide.
Man, I hate Tennessee because first of all it's Tennessee, and I just hate them because they low down, they dirty, they some snitches, and I hate Philip Fulmer. I hate their colors. I'm not a dog person. I just hate Tennessee, man. Like, and I hate Neyland Stadium. It looks like a garbage truck worker convention, and I hate all their quarterbacks. I hate Tennessee, man.
Describe what you feel about the colors too.
It reminds me. It's not that orange that you can stand. See, I hate Tennessee more than I hate Auburn. I just dislike Auburn. I hate Tennessee. See, Tennessee's colors is that throw up orange. It's not that orange that you can sit with. It's that puke inside of a pumpkin orange. And I don't like pumpkins. So I really don't like Tennessee, man. I can't stress that enough, man. And they losers. They sore losers because they're not Alabama. And I hate Tennessee, man.
That was beautiful, man. Probably best interview I've done all year. Thank you, man.
I can't stress that enough. I hate them both.
I mean, his ability to just escape and make plays on the run, I mean, it's just outstanding what I've seen. And just the defensive side of it as well. They're definitely going to be a concern for me going forward if Alabama doesn't get their offensive line straightened out.
Chelsea, that's a great point, because if you look at Alabama's
60 seconds, right?
I can't wait to get paid again.
Oh, baby. You know what? I'm still happy. Oh, there it is, buddy! Woo!
What is up, y'all? Hold on. Well, maybe it wasn't. I was like, is that light too bright? But maybe it wasn't. But what is up, y'all? A little late again, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. And that's how it went for me today. But here we are. We made it. Touchdown Tribe. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the show topics. I don't plan on being here long, but we'll see how that goes. And what's up? Y'all go subscribe to DT Hope. Got DT Hope in the building. And who else do we have? We had Stephen James. We had Stillmatic Network, aka G Honda. Go subscribe to his channel, y'all. He has a channel as well. E-Money on the beat in the building. And y'all can go subscribe to his channel. Is it V, y'all? You know, I'm just gonna call you V. Y'all know I'm bad at pronouncing names. But we got V up in the house. Well, on the field. We'll call it a field, y'all. We'll call it a field. We got V on the field. And we got Mac on the field. Got LY on the field as well. And of course, Jesse. And y'all go subscribe to Next Level Sports Lounge. That's where you will see me occasionally, Jesse, and the Next Level Sports Gang. That's where we're at. Also Dan as well. Big Natty. What's up, Big Natty? Good to have you on the field. And let me see if I can find, there we go. There's Dan. You will see me occasionally, Jesse, and then Dan at Next Level Sports Lounge. So make sure you are subscribed to their channel. Let's see. What'd you say, Mac? Sanders definitely deserves a shot at QB1, but not with the Browns. They're going to ruin him. Yeah, Mac, we're going to get into all that. But, you know, I agree. I don't feel like... I'm hoping for the best for Sanders at the Browns, but it's not looking too great. What it do, tribe? Yeah, what it do? Smell the roses. What is up? 12's in the chat. Smell the roses. I don't know. I think you probably got my message on Discord. But if not, just check that out because I did reply to you. And of course it's a yes. That's so exciting. I haven't said anything to anyone yet. I did give it a little mention yesterday. I said, Smell the Roses sent me like the most thoughtful message. And I'm so excited for your channel, Smell the Roses. And everybody, you got to go subscribe to her and check out her channel. And just stay tuned for the updates that are coming to her channel. But that Discord message, it really meant a lot to me, Smell the Roses. Okay. We need Deshaun. You know what, G Honda? We got to get into what you said because that's a hot take. I'm not mad at it, but that's a hot take. BDB. Y'all go subscribe to BDB. He has the channel. Make sure y'all go subscribe. It's really great over there. He has a music channel and they have panels of judges. It's so fun over there. G Honda, Chelsea told me to tag you with the Pittsburgh Steelers, so blame her. Yeah, that was funny. I was like, yeah, you gotta tell G Honda that one. I was subscribed to Big Natty, yeah. How you feeling? How you living? That's right. We getting by, aren't we? These days we getting by. Okay. Wait! Whoa! Win! Hold up! LY, win! I did not get the update on that. Hold on, y'all. I gotta stop the show. I gotta look at this up. Rossini. Holy cow, 24 minutes ago. This is per ESPN. Okay, so it says Diana Rossini resigns from The Athletic following the Mike Vrabel photos. I mean, if that's not suspicious, I don't know what is. Let's see, hold on. Okay. Sorry, I got a text message, y'all. That's crazy to me. Shout out to you, LY, for dropping that information, because I wouldn't have known, obviously, since I was preparing for my live and everything. That is, I'm not surprised. Like, I'm not surprised because we all knew what it was. Not Rossini. Yes, Rossini. Sounds like a pasta. Am I tripping? What's up, Derek? Good to have you here. What's up, Pooh Man? Alright, gotta play my drops, y'all. Since we got Pooh Man here, Derek here. I am working on getting more drops for everybody else, okay? It's a work in progress. Let's see, Pooh Man.
Rolex wearing. Woo! Diamond ring wearing. Woo! Hit stealing. Woo! Wheeling dealing. Woo! Limousine ride. Woo! Jet flying. Woo! Son of a gun. Woo! And I'm having a hard time holding these hands down. They give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo!
I love that one. I love it. Shout out to Pooh Man. Okay, and Derek, you know I love Derek's drop. I gotta play G Honda's drops too. I got plenty for G Honda. Okay.
Leave Chelsea alone. What's wrong with you, G Honda? I'm the one who telling you about your fantasy. Listen, send me your address so I can send you a rainbow flag. Since you want to look like Alicia Keys. That's okay, man. You can't even grow. You can't even grow enough hair. Man, I'm not accustomed to a man wanting to look like a woman. And you too dark to look like her. Why don't you? You know what? You look like a good Jennifer Hudson. That's what you would look like.
Gremlin, nigga. Like a gremlin.
You too dark to be Alicia Keys. You look like a Jennifer Hudson.
Hey, G Hudson. G Hudson.
You look like a gremlin and top row look like a predator.
That's your name for the year.
I'm trying to get laughing. Oh man, yeah. Switch over to Jennifer, man. We'll call you G Hudson from now on.
Jennifer Hudson.
Mean girl.
Chelsea with that big ass head.
Look,
he needs some milk.
Hey, I told you to leave Chelsea alone. Hey,
Chelsea, just let me get your hat. I'll both head at the same time.
I told you to leave Chelsea alone. It's getting bad. It's getting worse for you, man. Just let it go and live.
Man, that was great. Derek defending me like that. G Honda, you shouldn't have ever tried to come at me the way that you did, because I had Derek, A-Team, Auntie A-Team, shout out Auntie A-Team, y'all go subscribe to Steamy Stories, but Ty Pro, they were coming to my defense. I felt very, very loved and appreciated, so shout out to y'all for that. But Derek, I mean, I'm telling you, Derek did not let up. Alright, let's play G Honda's drop. Let's see. Here we go.
Who the fuck could that be? What does his weird ass want now? What's up, Gaston? How did you get into my yard?
I climbed the fence, of course. You don't check your DM? I hit you up on Instagram last night. I sent you like 5 messages.
I didn't see it.
Where my hug at?
I barely check my DM. I just be watching stories.
You didn't watch mine. I always watch yours.
Yeah, you be the first person to watch. I appreciate it.
Shit, you know I gotta keep tabs on my boo. Take a load of this. Nice, right?
Why is it so small?
It's average and it works.
I'm good.
Oh my. You always fronting on me, Belle.
Imagine that.
How about I take you out to Applebee's?
Let me think.
You bitch. Just say yes.
Y'all, I meant to bleep out some of the cuss words in that, but I didn't. Okay, and we have Couch. Shout out to Black Couch. Make sure y'all are subscribed to his new channel. He had to get a new channel yet again. So subscribe to Black Couch X. Shout out to you. Love that one. Okay, back to it, y'all. Thank you, Pooh Man, for dropping my links. Always appreciated. He said, blasphemous. Oh yeah, join the Discord. If y'all want me to react to anything sports related, Best place to send it is in my Discord or on Instagram. Okay. Oh yeah, I always forget this. Thank you, Pooh Man. I do have a Rumble, so y'all know Rumble's a little bit more flexible than YouTube, so there might be times where we have to move things over to Rumble, so make sure you are following me on Rumble. Okay, what's up, Prince Bud? Well, let me go back to my drops since we got Prince Bud here now.
Okay, 4th down and goal. I mean, just pure ecstasy. For this Chargers fan, the Chargers have hidden. If there's a definition of pure ecstasy, that's it. First sack of the night. Herbert gets rid of it. He's picked. Intercepted by the Cowboys.
You know, this is equal to the girl. I need to add that for me. I really do need to add this one for me. The 49ers fan who was just devastated. Or not 49. Why did I say 49ers fan? It was the Dallas Cowboys fan against the 49ers. And, oh, shout out. Oh, hold up. Stop the show. Stop the show. We got a Cashapp. Okay, we got a Cashapp, y'all. Let's see. Which one is it? Let me play it one more time. One more time, y'all. So shout out to Hipster League. I don't know if I have my, hold on. I gotta see if I have my, okay, I gotta re-download my Cash app. Sometimes I'm bad to offload it, so I still get the text messages whenever you guys send the Cash apps, but shout out to you for that. Hipster. It says Hipster League. But I don't know who. Are you under a different name? I'm assuming it's someone under a different name. But shout out to you for that, Cash app. Okay, let's see. I stopped my whole story. Man, I'm getting lost, y'all. We get lost. Back to my story. But that girl, that Chargers fan, reminded me of the Dallas Cowboys fan against the 49ers, and she was absolutely devastated. I need to add that as a drop for myself, because y'all know I got drops for me too. I don't just make, I don't make fun of G Honda, y'all, okay? I don't make fun of him. He started it, y'all. G Honda, he started this, and Derek will tell you. But I got drops for me. I make fun of myself. Let's play some of my drops.
Hello? Enough with the trick plays, Bert. Run the dang ball. Run the dang ball. Run it.
Blocked. You're blocked.
Shout out TLA. I'm bad to do that, y'all. I am bad. Like, if you smart off, I'll block you in a heartbeat.
I can get this. I can get this. Oh no.
We have got to beat them.
Why?
Because Gary and Phoebe think they're a hotter couple than we are.
Oh. So?
So we've got to go upstairs and have a lot of sex and prove them wrong.
You have got to stop this competitive thing, okay? It's crazy. I mean, just to impress Gary and Phoebe, you want me to go upstairs and have sex with you over and over and over, and I'm saying no to this. Why? Get your coat.
Yes! That you get? That you get?
Heads up, Ross.
Score! You suck.
42 to 21, like the turkey Ross is done.
I'm not going to be able to make it into work today. I don't feel very good. Yes! Wow, for a second there, I thought I was feeling better, but I'm not.
All right.
All right. There we go. That's enough of my drops. But shout out to Smell the Roses. Smell the Roses, I didn't realize that was you. I thought, man, now that I know that it's you, we gotta go back to my drops and play the ones for the ladies, okay? Okay, we gotta go back to my drops. There we go. Let's play it again for Smell the Roses. Shout out to you, Smell the Roses. Thank you so much for that Cash App. That was very, very kind of you. Y'all know, I don't expect y'all to send me, like, money. Like, just supporting me, referring people to my channel, and then liking my content, all of that. That's, like, the most helpful thing. So I don't expect y'all to send me money. But, of course, it is appreciated whenever the work that I put into is being valued enough for y'all to actually send me, you know, money. Of course, I appreciate that. It's nice. I'm not gonna lie to y'all about it. Okay, so kindly smash the like button. That's right. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Pooh Man, for letting me know. Okay. So on to Cree-Cree's in the building. Y'all, I keep getting distracted. We gotta go to Cree-Cree's job. Okay, we gotta go to Cree-Cree's job. We'll start the show in a second.
Okay, 4th down, angle.
Here we go.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Yes, I know the Muffin Man. Who lives on Drury Lane?
Shout out to Cree-Cree. And shout out to CDT Beats. Y'all already know. Go subscribe to CDT Beats. That's the music in my lives. He is the producer of the music in this show, okay? So shout out to CDT Beats. I just wanted to let y'all know that. Y'all know one thing I'm gonna do is always shout out CDT Beats. But today for the show, we're gonna do opening motivational video. I have some content from Derek and Pooh Man. Then we are going to get into Speakeasy with Acho, his show, and their discussion on MJ, Michael Jordan, and SGA comparison. We're going to discuss Coach Prime because there's some updates going on with Colorado. Discuss Caleb Downs, where he might end up being drafted. Get into, of course, the main topic, Browns, with Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders, and Dylan Gabriel. Also, I covered this yesterday, but I want to revisit this because I had to rush through it. But get into Wicks and then AJ Brown, also Jalen Hurts, and then Aaron Rodgers. And then we'll close it out with a motivational video. So that is our show play call sheet for today. Oh, also, man, that's all the way at the top. I wonder why I did that. Do I have an update? Now I'm questioning it. Do I have an update on Dallas? Oh, wait, yeah, I do. Okay. That has to do with Caleb Downs. But anyways, that's the show play call sheet. Also, I updated my subscriber goal. Since I hit 270, I had to recreate a new subscriber goal. I'm not complaining, y'all. It's been happening quickly lately, so I'm not complaining about it. But the next goal is 280. Slowly getting the first downs on the YouTube field. Okay, so let's get started with the motivational video.
Where I am right now in my life, I'm not with anybody who ain't on my team, especially when I've been on your team.
Play that one more time.
Where I am right now in my life, I'm not with anybody who ain't on my team, especially when I've been on your team.
Y'all, I had to play this one more time because, let me tell y'all, I know that not everyone's gonna like me, right? I get that. But what I don't understand is if you're not on my team, if you really don't appreciate me, why would you want to come here? Like, why would you want to be a part of the Touchdown Tribe if you really don't like me? There's no point. Life's too short to be wasting time with people you don't really like. And that goes for anybody. That goes for me as well. It's like, I had to even tell myself this. If I really don't like someone on social media or even in my personal life, why would I continue to subscribe to that or be a part of that? It's a waste of time. Life's too short. If you're not a part of the team, then get off of it. Like, I can trade you. I can trade you. You can be released from the team. But, you know, that's just been on my mind, especially after some news that I got yesterday. I'm not gonna name names. But just finding out from somebody that someone in my chat, I mean, and I get it. It's like I said, I get that not everyone's going to like me, right? I don't expect everyone to like me. But just getting that news that someone in the chat really doesn't like me, I'm like, why would you waste your time if you don't like me? G Honda, I don't like Dakota. Okay, are you talking about Dakota Rain Prescott, I'm assuming? Man, G Honda. Lies, I'm 5'12". Who's talking about your height? Oh, okay, I see Pooh Man. G Honda, you're 6'8". Only Shaq is taller than you. Are you really 6'8" though? Okay, let's play that motivational video one more time though.
Where I am right now in my life, I'm not with anybody who ain't on my team, especially when I've been on your team.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing I wanted to say. If I've been supporting you, like I'm nice to you, but you really don't like me, again, what is the point? What is the point? But that's the motivational video for today, y'all. If they're not on your team, if they don't really like you, trade them, release them. It's not worth it. And also, if you're somebody who is hating on someone or doesn't really like somebody, life's too short. You don't have to subscribe to it. But that's my little rant and my little motivation for today. I hope y'all enjoyed that. Trolls be trolling in 2026, right? Right? And I don't get it. Black Couch. I mean, I guess that's just the move nowadays, but I really don't get it. I just do not get it. I never will comprehend life being so short and you're wanting to waste it being somewhere you really don't enjoy being. Okay, moving on. We have the Discord videos from Derek and from Pooh Man. The one from Derek, he mentioned it the other day, but I guess he didn't get to see it, so I'm going to replay it again. And then I have one from Pooh Man that I'm going to play.
It's a 6'4" freshman wide receiver hardly getting any attention from college football media. Meet Elijah Moore, and no, not the current Cleveland Browns receiver. This Elijah plays for Florida State. And despite his impressive physical attributes and potential, he's not getting nearly the recognition he deserves. Moore played his high school career at Good Counsel in Maryland. There, he led his team to the 2023 Maryland High School Football WCAC title after recording nearly 400 yards and 5 scores through just 6 games his junior year. His performance at On3 ranked him as the #1 prospect from Maryland and the nation's 19th best wide receiver in the 2024 class. As you can tell by the film, not only can Elijah go up and grab jump balls, but he's also a polished route runner. So not only does Moore have the height and shiftiness, but according to Clay Fink of Knowles 24/7, there's only been 5 FSU players since the year 2000 that's had bigger hands than him, and those were all linemen. With Seminole receivers like Keon Coleman and Johnny Wilson now in the NFL, expect Elijah Moore to put up some big numbers in Tallahassee sooner rather than later. It's a 6'4" freshman.
He actually, I looked for an update. This video was from a year ago, and I was looking for an update on this guy. He actually transferred to Syracuse. I think he redshirted. So he's at Syracuse now. And I think he was considered like a 4-star prospect or something like that. But he's now at Syracuse. That's an update on him. He's no longer at FSU. He's no longer a freshman at Florida State, because I looked him up. because this video, like I said, was from a year ago, and I was like, I need an update on this guy. And sure enough, he transferred to Syracuse, or, you know, I guess, I don't know if it said redshirted as a freshman or a sophomore, I can't remember, but I know that he's at Syracuse now. Okay, moving on to a video from Pooh Man. I thought this one was interesting. It's on a NFL water boy.
NFL game, you'll typically see water boys running up and down the sidelines and onto the field with Gatorade bottles in hand to keep players hydrated. And believe it or not, an NFL water boy can actually make a pretty decent living. Here are the details. NFL water boys are an official part of a team's training staff and have a pretty straightforward job. Give players water when they are thirsty, keep the Gatorade bottles full at all times, and provide towels when asked. There are perks for being a water boy too, like free gear, traveling with the team, and experiencing NFL games from the sideline. And to become a water boy, you have to apply on the NFL's website and see if a team has an opening. But these jobs are typically few and far between and can often be stepping stones to team athletic trainer jobs. So how much do the league's professional hydrators actually make? According to Stack.com, the average salary for an NFL water boy is $53,000 per year. And experienced water boys can make even more money. Now that's pretty good pay for what I assume is a pretty fun job. NFL game.
So that's really interesting. I really like that. You know, I don't know how many of y'all know this, but if anyone on the staff of a team, like this can be the janitors, they get a Super Bowl ring. If that team wins a Super Bowl, they all get Super Bowl rings, including like the janitors. So the water boys are no different. They get a Super Bowl ring too if the team that they're on wins. Okay, moving on to the next topic. Let's see what I got for us. The Speakeasy MJ SGA topic. Oh, this is going to be a good one because it goes back to agree to disagree. Let's see. Here we go.
It's time to talk about the best player in the National Basketball Association, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has the highest field goal percentage in NBA history for a guard, averaging 30 or more points. 55.3% of his shots went in this season. Someone quoted it and said, "I'll say it again, people don't understand what they are watching when it comes to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Do you guys think we're undervaluing SGA?
Ask yourself, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This goes back to what agree to disagree, aka Mike Check, was talking about with Simply Ken and Real to Sports. The question that he had asked was, will MJ still remain the GOAT in 50 years? And you have to be able to separate the shoe brand from the athlete, okay? Just keep that in mind. But in that discussion, Mike Check brought up all the great points, talking about the generations, like different eras, how if they don't get to witness the player for themselves, it's hard for them to associate with that player from the past. You also had the stats and the way analysts view things now. They're no longer looking at his championship wins and all of that. They look at longevity and how the game has changed. So it's interesting. It's interesting. I'm one that believes that Michael Jordan will no longer be considered the GOAT in 50 years. If you just think about how sports history works in different eras, it's bound to happen. And they're already doing that. That's another thing that Agree to Disagree brought up in that video, was the fact that kids today, they're already claiming a new GOAT. They're no longer appreciating what Michael Jordan did. And it's the truth. Now, I'm biased. Of course, I love Michael Jordan. He'll always be the GOAT in my eyes. I am from North Carolina. Michael Jordan's from North Carolina. He played for the Tar Heels. So I'm biased towards Michael Jordan. But not everybody's like that. And shout out to Pooh Man. He dropped Agree to Disagree's link. Y'all go check out their channel. They drop amazing videos, and they are going to be going live soon. Okay? We got to stay on him about that. But shout out to you, Pooh Man, for dropping Agree to Disagree podcast link. But you're going to see in this video what I'm talking about, though. How they don't appreciate what Michael Jordan did in the past, and they're already trying to write in a new GOAT.
He's good. I think he's a great player.
He's better than good, though. Right.
I think he's a great player, yeah.
SGA, y'all got to understand, like, we have to understand, SGA is on the verge of being a top 10 player already. If SGA wins another championship, think about the players that have back-to-back championships and league MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Durant, Bill Russell, Hakeem Olajuwon. Those are all top 12 players. So if SGA wins himself another championship, even if he doesn't get selected for MVP, he joins a list of Kevin Durant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Bill Russell, Kobe Bryant. These are top 10 to top 12 players in the league history at worst. SGA is not just a good player. SGA is not just a great player. SGA is a legendary player. We're just numb to it because we're in the midst of it, but SGA does not get the credit he deserves, and he gets credit.
And I think the reason for that is because he plays in OKC. Right? Because if you switch the resumes and you give it, and he's Luka.
I believe Arania C is an OKC fan.
Oh my God, bro! They're comparing him to Michael Jordan tomorrow, right? So yes, I don't think that we are understanding how good SGA is and the things he's doing, bro. He's something special. I think he's gonna go down as one of the best players we ever played this game, right? And guess what? He's still young. He ain't even done yet.
Take it from McCoy. Okay, so Smell the Roses, he plays basketball. SGA plays basketball, but yeah, what McCoy's saying, it proves the point of they're already trying to name a new GOAT. Analysts and the younger generation of fans. This is the proof right here. This is what me and Mike Check were talking about.
Kieran, you're the one who said this, and you said we're going to have some really uncomfortable conversations about SGA here in a moment. Why did you say that?
I disagree with that point, though, too, because we didn't have a problem giving KD that love whenever he was a young superstar, winning the MVP, taking the Thunder to the finals against Miami and whatnot. We all thought, oh, KD's going to be next greatest, right after LeBron and whatnot. But the thing with SGA is they're it's really the Thunder. SGA, the best player on the Thunder, top 3 player in the league, no question, unbelievably efficient. One of the best scorers in this era. I think we're going to have some uncomfortable conversations about him as a scorer. We're going to have some uncomfortable conversations about him and his placement all time. This is a young team that is the best defensive team by far. They sealed the second and third best player for this team for the foreseeable future, and they have nothing but draft capital for the next 4 seasons. So this young team that's really talented is only going to add more young, talented players to that squad.
Smell the Roses, you're right about that. MJN Sanders, Deion Sanders, a.k.a. Coach Primetime Sanders, many names, a man of many names. But they both played 2 sports. So Michael Jordan, obviously basketball and baseball. Sanders, baseball and football.
Know how to draft. They're going to continue doing it. And SGA is a guy who's averaging 30.
Like, who? Oh man, Derek. He plays for OKC.
With 50% shooting. We haven't seen something like this since Michael Jordan in the 80s. Even Michael Jordan in the 90s wasn't doing it at this level of efficiency. SGA is doing it right now at a prime late 80s Michael Jordan level that was up there taking 20 plus 25 shots a game and whatnot. The uncomfortable conversation that we're going to have is when he wins not 1, when he wins not 2, when he wins 3 MVPs in a row, when they go back to back to back, if they win it this year and then they...
Hey man, you said Chelsea, but you can't separate the Jordan brand from MJ because all you got to ask, why are you wearing Jordans? Yeah, but you got to think, we're not talking about, and this is what me and Mike Check kept bringing up. You can't bring up the shoes. The shoes are not a part of the conversation. It's the basketball. We're focusing on the basketball. I get that it goes over people's head because they can't separate. They're incapable of separating. Well, not all, but some are incapable of separating the shoe brand, the Michael Jordan nostalgia around the shoe brand from the player, from the game. We're not talking about a shoe brand. All you gotta say is, we're not talking about the shoe brand. We're talking about Michael Jordan, the basketball player. That's the focus. That's all we're talking about. If you bring it, will he always be known for that shoe brand? Of course. It's timeless, it's legendary, and I even said it's like Gucci, Prada, all those brands, right? But we're not talking about brands. We're not talking about a shoe. We're just talking about the game of basketball.
Win it again. What's the conversation going to be? Oh, we just saw a three-peat for the first time since Michael Jordan. Is he on a Michael Jordan level track? How uncomfortable?
Shaq and Kobe.
Okay, Shaq and Kobe. Sure. 3 MVPs though? No. Yeah. We didn't see that from Shaq or Kobe during that time. There was other MVPs.
Matt, exactly. Chelsea on court has nothing to do with his brand unless we're talking about his overall impact. Yeah, exactly. That's an entirely different conversation when you get into involving the brand. That's why I say people have to be able to separate themselves from the nostalgia around the shoe brand and only focus on the basketball, because we're not talking about Michael Jordan being known for an overall impact. We're just talking about focusing on MJ with the basketball.
In that time span, right?
Right.
But you had a three-peat. You had a guy win 3 straight MVPs during that time. He now has 3 total. If he wins a 4th straight, haven't seen that since the Celtics and Bill Russell.
Right.
Bro, what's the conversation going to be? Are we going to be saying that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is in the conversation for greatest of all time? Because the standard that we have set for what you need to be the greatest is an undefeated finals record.
Yeah.
Come on, that's the uncomfortable conversation we're going to have.
The uncomfortable conversation has to start if they win back-to-back. If you win back-to-back in this day and age, and it's not like you had a superstar player join the team. You didn't have Kevin Durant joining a Steph Curry. You didn't have Kevin Durant joining a Steph, a Clay, a Dre. If you win back-to-back...
Boo, these guys. Okay, so y'all know, like, I'm biased, right? Like, I'm biased. Let's go to my drops, y'all. Hold on, which ones is it? There we go. Y'all know I'm biased.
That's just me. Maybe I'm biased a little bit. Maybe I'm biased a lot of bit. But who cares for this discussion?
Basketball. 7 straight years. Yeah. From 2019 to present day.
When it comes to MJ. But this is just the reality of the situation. And this is what me and Mike Check were talking about. Kids today, these new analysts, they're not looking at Michael Jordan's career for his wins and the teams he went up against. They're focusing on analyzing an entirely different game of basketball. So they're looking at the longevity, the points you put up, all of that. They're not looking at the championships no longer. It's crazy. Like, I know, I get it. Trust me, I get it. It's crazy to me. But that's just how what me and Mike Check were talking about. It goes to show you the proof of that.
A team has not won back-to-back. So if you win back-to-back, we got to start having uncomfortable conversations.
Can I add this on too? Because of the uncomfortable, I think the uncomfortable part of the conversation is this. Are you comfortable knowing that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has an opportunity to be labeled the greatest basketball player of all time because of his resume, when it's a discussion right now if he's even the best player in the league?
Hold on. Uncomfortable how? Because in sports,
would you be comfortable at any point saying SGA is better than Michael Jordan?
Time out. I think Michael Jordan's better than him.
Of course,
I do. Yeah, but if the man goes out and gets
y'all, at least they said Michael Jordan was better, right? But they are discussing the fact that SGA is potentially going to be considered the GOAT. Crazy to me.
You said 4 MVPs and 4 chips. I mean, he's on the verge too. The thing about sports I love so much,
LeBron got,
is you can come in there and have. She said straight. You said straight.
Yeah,
okay.
Straight. Yeah,
the thing I love about sports is this: everybody can have their own opinion. You can be in a barbershop. You can play sports. Or you didn't play sports. Wherever it is, be different countries. The cool thing about sports is you got to actually go out there and tie your Nikes up, put your headband on, put your jerseys on, and go out there and play.
Yeah.
Right? And if you go out there and play, I can't knock you for doing what you did.
Yeah.
And I don't care. And I don't care what it looks like. I might like the way you did it better than he did, or this and that and the third, or you're my favorite type of player. So what? You can't tell. I think Michael Jordan's the best player to ever touch a basketball. That's me. If you telling me in this chair that if SGA goes out there, wins back-to-back chips, back-to-back MVPs, the Carroll's example, he does it 3 times, 3-peats, and gets a 3rd MVP in a row, you damn right he's on the verge of being better than Michael Jordan. Because in sports, you got to go out there and actually do it.
Yeah. I hear you. And I'm with you if you stand firmly on that take. My thing is, if he does go out there and he does that, when does nuance start to matter? What's the nuance? The nuance is I watch Michael Jordan be infinitely better than the second best player in the league. I have not seen Shea be that much better than the second best player in the league. I've seen Michael Jordan go out there and win 5 MVPs and 6 championships. If Shea is going out there and wins 4 straight and whatnot, or say he wins 7, he ends up winning 7
and
7 chips.
Y'all go subscribe to Smoke and Talk podcast. Shout out to you for being here. Let me play your drop real quick. Let me play a Smoke and Talk's drop.
Lamar Jackson, ball till you fall.
Ball till you fall. Smoke and Talk.
Hear about
but you're only adding the nuance.
Let me go back to it. Because Pooh Man and Mac were talking about comparing eras to eras. Let's see, where's that chat at? Let's see. There we go. So, y'all know what Michael Jordan said, you know, it's pointless discussing eras to eras, like making the comparison, because even Michael Jordan said, you know, Russell won big, but they still name Michael Jordan the new GOAT, right? So the comparison it's pointless discussion, and it's funny because I was in the chat. This is from last night, y'all, and I was in their chat. I was in Speakeasy's chat, and I was like, y'all are rage baiting the chat, but I ain't mad at the topic. But y'all are definitely rage baiting the chat because it got chaotic in that chat. They were throwing names like Luka, and then there was someone who nobody said anything about Luka. Who else? Of course, LeBron got brought up. I mean, it was just insanity in that chat. I was like, y'all are rage baiting the chat, but I ain't mad at it because I like the topic. I think it's funny, but it is a rage bait topic.
You want to add. Okay. Because the other nuance is when Jordan sat, the Bulls won 50 or 55 games.
Yes.
And so
Picking on the squad.
You also have to.
But we don't talk about that.
I'm sorry, I gotta stop the show for this, but y'all make sure you subscribe to 3 a.m.'s new channel. Please subscribe. Like, seriously, please subscribe. It's great work that they're talking about. They are really bringing awareness to the realities of adoption. Him and the Real Precious, that's who he works with on panels. But make sure y'all are subscribed to his new channel and show support for that, because that is really good information that we need to acknowledge for adoption.
Nuance, let's add the nuance, because Pippen is better than J-Dub, and Pippen sure as hell better than Chet.
Yep.
You feel me?
He's better. Hold on.
And so is Dennis Rodman.
Yep. But you're also saying MJ's better than SGA right now.
Yes.
If J-Dub's the number 2 for a team that wins 7 championships, are you going to be saying Scottie Pippen is better than him?
Smoke and Talk, you said, Chelsea, I am trying to get a sports panel going. Would you be interested? That would be something, yeah. That'd be something I'd be interested in. We gotta talk. We'll talk about that. Do you have a Discord, Smoke and Talk? If you have a Discord, let me know, because that's the easiest place to get a hold of me. Discord or Instagram.
Unless J-Dub
That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
You feel so much conviction about that now, but what happens afterwards?
But wait, so this is not that he's doing. He's throwing in the team aspect, which is cool. But throwing out, he is making first team.
Smoke and Talk for subbing. Y'all, if you let me know that you sub to 3 a.m., I will shout you out. I promise you, I will shout you out. please let me know if you sub to From the Black Couch, his new channel, or to 3 a.m.'s channel, okay? And I will give you a shout out for that.
NBA. There's no question that he's a talent.
I'm saying he has all the accolades too. He ain't Sam Darnold. He's really like the guy. I'm the guy that's running the show. Okay. And without me, we not winning. They're not winning without him. Okay. Right? So my thing is like, give him his credit. Because if this was Luka, he's gonna give him his credit. Like everybody in the world. Oh, if Luka had his resume, I'm telling you, we'll be comparing to Michael Jordan right now today.
I think SGA is the only player in the league right now who has the opportunity to be talked about like Michael Jordan. That's the reason why I'm saying this.
Why? Because he's doing this because he got the numbers.
Because he's going. He has the track record for the accolades. Is the thing. And I think there's other players that are of equal talent. This is the reason why I have this whole argument, right? I think Jokic is.
Derek, thank you for subbing. Derek Gaines said he would help me. Oh man, you down bad if you got Derek helping you. That's funny. But I ain't mad at it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. I'm playing, Derek. I'm playing. No, that's really kind of Derek, y'all. That's really kind of Derek to offer to help you. And I know how much he appreciates your channel, Smoke and Talk. So that's really kind of Derek to offer help. Yeah, you definitely got to get on Discord. But if you have an Instagram too, I'm on Instagram.
Equal talent as SGA. He's not in a position to be placed in that conversation because of his accolades.
But here's the thing, though, Kieran, and you know
it matters.
So, bingo, like Shay just said, it matters. Because at the end of the day, if Jordan don't ever get Phil Jackson, does Jordan ever become
it's a great point.
The Michael Jordan?
I just think
if
nuance should be
added
to
don't ever get Phil Jackson, do they ever become the Lakers?
That's a good point.
So, like, you have to have a little bit of favor and a little bit of fortune and a little bit of timing and a little bit of all of it. Like, I always say, I won't indict Shady, but Mahomes is Mahomes.
Yeah.
Y'all,
if Mahomes doesn't have it,
I told them, I was like, now y'all are bringing football into it. I was like, this is way out of pocket now. Like, when you get to bringing in football, I'm like, stick to the NBA. Don't go bringing in others now, because now that's a whole other discussion of who's the GOAT in the NFL. Whole other topic. And I think even Trey, y'all seriously think they read my chats and they start saying everything I'm saying. But even Trey, he was like, all right, we're way off topic. I'm telling you.
I do not know that Mahomes is the third greatest quarterback of all time already right now.
Okay.
He might end up there in 10, 15 years, but Mahomes plus Andy Reid, you need immense talent, but you also need some timing, some favor, some fortune, like all of it. So to your point, if Shea stays with the Clippers, we're not doing this topic.
But talent is just one part of it, though, right? Because you got to go out there and play. Like I always say this, man. People hate when I say it, but like Josh Allen and Pat, I play with both of them, so I don't really care about people's opinions. I see them at practice. I see them in real games. I see them in the film study room. I see them how they prepared. I see who's smart, how smart they are. I see what they messed up at, what they did good at. They are super close.
Yeah.
But the difference is, one of them guys, he's always going to the championship. Always finds a way. Yeah. So we can always act like who we like better, because that's opinion-based. I ain't mad about that. But when you go out there in that field and the talent is close, why is it that he's the one that's winning the chips? Why is that he's the one getting MVPs? That matters to me. So, yes, Luka is special. Ant-Man, them dudes, they all special. Even Jokic is special.
Yeah.
But I ain't about to put them in the same category as SGA when SGA is winning MVPs and he's winning titles. We play the game to win.
Now, the only place I'll disagree with Shady is here. Once you've got a championship or two, I will now put you in a category with somebody who potentially has more. Because once you got a championship, Peyton Manning, even if Joe Montana got more, I'm going to be like, you know what, Peyton? What are the other things? Okay, Peyton, you got more regular season MVPs.
It just depends. When it comes to analysts, I think their comparisons just depend on how they view stats. So some will compare championships, and then, like I said, now you have some comparing the longevity of their careers, how much points they put up, and how the game has changed. So they just view it differently. It just depends on the analyst.
Let me use my eyes a little bit more. I can't just throw out my eyes because you got the chips. Like what? But you got to have a chip.
Yeah.
I can't all of a sudden compare Joe Burrow to Patrick Mahomes just because Joe Burrow looks cool and has good hair.
Yeah.
Like you gotta cross some threshold.
But you take Joe Burrow over Sam Darnold.
Wait, stay there real quick. Oh my God. Yeah, stay there real quick. Because There's two different players you talked about. Joe Burrow is not Joe Montana.
Here we go.
Joe Montana
Here
got
we go. Comparing the NFL players, and I'm like, y'all, off topic.
too. See, that's the thing though. When you start comparing great players, how we do it is, do you got a chip? Okay, do you got chips? Plural. Okay, do you got a resume? Oh, damn, you got accolades? Yeah, that's when you consider a GOAT. You got a championship and you got an MVP. That's great. But I can't put you up there with the great greats with this that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hear. I like your argument though about one championship, because I think this is my problem. I think we kind of view sports. Essentially, my whole point on SGA is I think watching the greatness matters though too. Watching the level in which they can play the game, it matters though too. And when we're in a situation where I'll use Troy Aikman for example.
Oh, he wasn't that nice.
No, he wasn't that nice, but he has 3 Super Bowls, right?
Yeah.
Who would you say the better quarterback is? Is it Matthew Stafford or is it Troy Aikman?
Stafford.
It's Stafford. It's not close.
But now I can say that.
Yeah.
If Stafford never would have had, if Stafford,
I'm biased. Y'all know I'm biased.
That's just me.
All
Maybe I'm biased a little bit. Maybe I'm biased a lot of bit. But who cares for this discussion?
For this argument, because you would have
Stafford better than Aikman. I mean, maybe it is true, but I'm a little bit biased.
never said Matthew Stafford was anywhere near Troy Aikman if he played his entire career in Detroit.
you can't. But the fact of the matter is,
now his situation has changed, and you see him able to shine.
Yes, but here's the thing about great players is great players typically play long enough for their situation to circulate. Either you get a new coach where you're at, you go somewhere new,
you leave like
you
LeBron.
get a new star player. Yep. Exactly. If you're really that great,
read what you
you usually...
Chelsea, here's another one. If Charlotte Hornets ever win the NBA championship, Jordan be the first former player owner to win a championship as a player and owner. He no longer has a stake in the Hornets. I think he sold all of it. He's no longer an owner, he's not even a majority owner. He's now involved in NASCAR, but I don't believe, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe Jordan has any stake in the NBA. If he does, it's a small percentage. It's not enough to consider him like an owner or co-owner.
Sustain long enough for something to turn. And that's what Stafford did. Like, if Stafford would have played 17 more years, Dan Campbell still would have showed up eventually.
Yeah.
Amon Ra would have showed up. Jameson would have showed up. Jameer Gibbs
would have been able to do something.
He still would have done. Ben Johnson would have showed up. He still would have done something. But greats will find their way. Greats just find a way to the top. That's what greats do.
Okay, I checked. I wanted to Google it to be sure. It says no, Michael Jordan does not own a majority stake in the Charlotte Hornets anymore. He sold his majority ownership in August 2023 for a $3 billion valuation. So no longer a majority ownership there. But that would have been cool. I ain't gonna lie to you. That would have been cool. Former player and owner. If Michael Jordan still had stake in it, that would be cool. And for it being in North Carolina, y'all know I'd be a big fan of that.
I think greatness also, in a way, there's things that have to roll your way. And I understand that's sports.
True.
I understand
that's
sports.
true.
I understand that's sports. But, like, I think that, like, things, like, even Tom doesn't have 7 if things don't roll his way.
But
you know what I mean?
But my man, my thing is, that's sports.
Yeah.
Barry Sanders. I mean, if God would have just want to have fun with the world and put him on the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
So, but look, that's life. This
is my difference, though. You think of Barry as the...
Derek, these guys suck. I agree, Derek. I agree. Let me tell you, I do not like... The only reason why I watch Speakeasy is because I'm obsessed with sports, right? If I wasn't so sports obsessed, I wouldn't be watching them. But I'm telling you, they're really good at rage bait in the chat. Because they say things, and I'm just like, y'all are way out of pocket for that one. But that's just me. Maybe I'm biased, but that's just me. But I'm not a fan. Y'all, it's so bad over there that even Nightcap, Shannon Sharp, and Ocho was trolling them in the chat. they sent a super chat talking some ish. I wasn't mad at it. I was like, I'm right there with you, Nightcap. And it was stuff that I was saying before. And Nightcap came in with a super chat and like reiterated what I was saying. I was like, heck yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm not a fan. They be saying off the wall things.
Greatest running back ever.
Everybody does.
Yeah, but he doesn't have chips. He doesn't have the accolades that Emmett does. He doesn't have the yards that Emmett does.
But it's different. It's different.
We
don't compare.
How is it different there? But it's not. This is what doesn't compute to me.
Here's why. We know this, bruh. We don't compare running backs championships to quarterback championships. Not even receivers. Randy Moss and T.O. don't got
That's your best
chips.
argument for quarterback wins over quarterback.
Nobody does. That's not a conversation.
The only position they do that with is cue to quarterbacks. You know that.
Yeah, we don't.
But real quick though, I don't want to change the conversation though. But like even back to the Troy Aikman situation. We don't look at Troy like that. Troy didn't have no all pros, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
not qualified. He's a Pro Bowler a couple times. But
he can't even be in a.
Come on.
You got to meet a threshold. Like
yes.
that all pros.
And I think when it goes to all pros, you got MVPs and all that, and championships. Like that's when you are.
Mad. G Honda, don't start. G Honda, you'll get timed out. You'll get timed out by Derek if you start acting up. I'm telling you. Because what the heck are you talking about? Troy's Super Bowls was because of Emmett and Irving. You know what? You are something else. Put some respect on Troy. Like, he's the quarterback. He does have responsibility to hand the ball off. He does have a responsibility to throw to Michael Irvin. Like, I mean, what are you talking about? Put some respect on Troy. Like, Michael Irvin wouldn't have had the ball in his hands if Troy Aikman didn't throw it to him. What are you talking about? Troy is a legend. Okay, that's better. There you go.
In that elite category.
Yeah.
When you're just a really good guy on a good team, like you get credit for it, but you don't.
I just think being on a good team matters though too. And
It does.
That should be accounted into the league.
Yeah. But I'm saying like the name of the game is like that's why there's just good owners. That's why it's just GMs.
Yeah.
Just the draft, like all this stuff matter. And there's nobody to sit here and say, well, look. Check mark because he had a good owner and good GM, so he had a good team. Nobody does all.
I don't believe I've seen you here before, but what's up? Deshaun is still a better QB coming off an injury than Shador is an NFL QB, period. If you talking skills, it's Watson. If you talking potential, it's Shador. Yeah, we haven't got to that topic yet, but stick around because I'm going to need you in the chat, Samuel. I'm going to need you in the chat for when I get to that topic, okay?
No, I know.
Right.
We look at the careers in entirety, but I can't help but think the way my brain works though is, and it just might be me. The way my brain works is, damn, if Shady went to the Cowboys in 2015, 2016, and he got to run behind the same offensive line that Ezekiel Elliott, we're having a completely different conversation about Shady. Shady, you're probably a top 5, top 10 running back all time.
In football, we don't really do that because it's like I can't pick where I go.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
True.
You play cards.
Yeah.
You gamble a little bit in the card.
Yeah.
Yo, sometimes my hands,
your hands. Yeah.
I gotta use that hand. That's what it is.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's
fair.
fact. You better learn how to flip that hand,
That
bro.
is fair. I think the only issue that I have with it is when someone gets dealt a shitty card, but they're still just as talented as the guy that gets dealt. They get viewed as less.
But you sit at the table long enough for them to redeal.
You think I don't want to play with that Eagles offensive line they got? You think I want to play with that?
I'm telling you. The whole conversation was out of pocket once they started bringing the NFL players into it. They lost all focus on what they were originally discussing, which was the NBA topic on SGA and Michael Jordan. Go figure. Who is timing out G Honda? It would be Derek if G Honda kept talking about Troy Aikman like that. Okay. Y'all, I got to, since we're talking about the whole MJ and SGA, brought in a few things with LeBron, I gotta shout out my friends, okay? Nick and Trey, I gotta shout them out. Because I told Nick, every time I'm going to play this and try to promote him getting a signature on this bottle that he has, that's a LeBron James edition. I told him I would shout him out, try to raise awareness so he can get a signature from LeBron James. Let me speak English, y'all. Let me speak English. Press 1 for English.
I just had to give my boy LeBron a little glory on this thing tonight. Again, I'm gonna do it again. We're gonna clip it this time, man. Hey, LeBron. Hey, fam. I don't ask much of you, dog. I don't ask much of you, dog, man. But look, I'm a real fan, bro. I'm a real deal fan. I ain't no fair weather fan. You play bad, I'm still riding. But you really don't play bad that much. If you play bad, I'm still riding. I'm still out here defending your name, bro. All I want is the handshake and the signature, okay? All I want is the handshake and the signature, bro. That's it. Hey, if you see this clip, by some way, if you see this clip, I'll let your boy. All I want is the handshake and the signature, bro. I'll fly to you, fam.
Y'all, LeBron, Savannah, Bronny Jr. If y'all see this, all Nick wants is a handshake and a signature. Okay? Okay? That's all he wants.
Hey, I'm just coming to you as a real fan. I'm just coming to you as a real fan, bro.
It gets it a handshake and a signature.
That's all I need. A handshake and a signature, bro. If you want to come on the show too, you say we good with that. Bye.
And I promise you, he ain't getting the signature to sell that bottle. That joker gonna sit on the shelf.
Oh no!
Okay, for those of you who don't know, I said it before, but Trey and Nick, they're brothers. They're brothers, y'all.
Get your hand cut off. Hey, I ain't trying to sell it. I would never sell it. Handshake and the signature, big dog. Hey, tell you. We're going to clip that thing and give my boy, hey, I'm on a campaign. Yeah, anybody, yeah, right here. That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to start saying on my lives, Nick wants the handshake and the signature. Hey, I'm telling you. Get it out there, man. Get it out there to the world. All I need is a handshake and a signature, my boy. I'm telling you, I done held it down for you since the jump. Tell you, I'm willing to beat somebody up over that shit. I'm telling you.
He took me out when he said I'm willing to beat somebody up, but he ain't lying, y'all. When we were having this MJ GOAT discussion, I purposely did not tell Nick or Trey about it, but especially Nick, because I know how Nick gets over LeBron. He'd fight people.
So hey, all I need is that handshake and that signature, man. Let me get that. And a one-on-one game versus Bronny. No, I'm playing on that part. Hey, at this point, the way you hold it down.
If I show him this, maybe I should clip this part. But if I show Nick this, he gonna be like, take that down. Take that comment down. I'm not kidding. He don't like any disrespect on LeBron James, y'all.
LeBron, I think you deserve that handshake and signature. I know I do.
Campaign for it, man. We got a campaign for it.
I know I deserve it, man. I know I deserve that handshake and that signature.
Yo, I told Nick that, I don't know if y'all seen my comment pop up, but I told Nick, I was like, the way you hold it down for LeBron, at this point, I think you deserve that signature.
Right. I've seen some throwdown arguments.
Come on, bro. Lost voice. Hey, lost friends. I don't play about that LeBron shit.
I'm not kidding, y'all. I think he got into a fight with his own cousin over LeBron. I'm gonna have to ask him if it was his cousin, because I'm pretty sure it was his cousin. But he got in a fight with his cousin over LeBron.
I really don't. And hey, we can call it a day, man. Shit, we can link up, man, get the handshake, the signature off. We can do it all. I'll wait till the off season. I don't need to fuck up the game. You know what I'm saying? We can wait till the off season.
Shit, fly to LAX, handshake, signature, get right back on the plane.
Come on, I'm with
you. I promise you, it's that deep when it comes to Nick's appreciation for LeBron. It really is that deep.
I'm with
Y'all, I
that.
haven't told y'all their channel name. Maybe I should tell y'all their channel name. If I tell y'all their channel name and when they go live, y'all would have, I would want, oh man, I should have done this on April Fool's. Y'all, I really should have done this. We could say happy late April Fool's Day in the chat. But maybe we should plan the next time they go live. I'll let y'all know. And we'll show up in the chat and y'all start talking bad about LeBron James. I'm telling you, throw all your hate comments about LeBron James in the chat. And you'll see Nick lose his mind. Maybe that should be my April Fool's joke to them. A happy late April Fool's joke.
Hey, real talk.
Y'all, I had Nick losing it. I said Nick's out here being flexible, talking about I'll meet you at the airport or something.
Hey, in your world, we just living in it, girl. I'm flexible with it. I'll wait till the off season, bro.
Oh, wait, are you saying, do you think, Broken Traditions, do you think LeBron is the GOAT? Man, Broken Traditions, that's a hot take now. Nick, man, I'm telling you, Nick, you and Nick would be friends because he don't play about LeBron. Y'all, I got another clip too because I'm telling you, he is this serious about trying to get a signature from LeBron James. And I'm trying to help him out, y'all. I'm trying to help him out.
I'm going to keep putting that. Hey, LeBron, my boy, if you see this, we're going to put this on TikTok for you. If you see this thing, man, hey, I'm willing to throw hands behind your name. You know what I'm saying? I done been in some heated battles behind your name, bro. So, hey, all I want is a signature and a handshake, fam. I ain't gonna lie to you. All I want is a...
Y'all, I kid you not, he loses his mind if you talk bad about LeBron. Absolutely loses his mind. Pooh man, you're like BT, what? You know what? Broken Traditions, I'm wondering what's your view of it. Let me know your view of it because it has to do with it's like I told y'all, it has to do with how people compare stats. Like not everybody's looking at it the same now. This is why some people consider LeBron the GOAT. This is why the topic of SGA possibly being the GOAT is coming up because they no longer view championship rings solely on championship rings. They're no longer seeing it that way.
signature and a handshake, dog.
I ain't asking for much.
See, Broken Traditions. Okay, yeah, Broken Traditions. I agree with you on this, and this is something that people don't think about. And this is why Michael Jordan himself said, when you get into comparing eras to eras, it's a pointless discussion. But you got to think about the era in which LeBron is playing in. And this is a point that Michael Jordan himself made. These kids are starting younger and younger and younger. So the talent is elite. It's outstanding, the talent that goes into the NBA. Of course, I'm not saying that the game hasn't changed, right? We all know the defense has went downhill when it comes to the NBA, all that, right? But when you look at it from a talent perspective and how these kids are started at a young age, they're on travel teams, they're so invested in this, it's really unreal. So, I mean, I get what Broken Traditions is talking about. If they played in the same era, wait, are you saying if Jordan played in the same era as LeBron, he would be flopping too? Yeah. So, that's the points that I was bringing up. LeBron, that's another okay, that's something else that man, Broken Traditions, I'm really liking what you're saying. Because, I mean, even though, y'all, I'm biased towards Michael Jordan. I already told you that. I'm from North Carolina, grew up on Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan played for the Tar Heels. I'm biased towards Michael Jordan. Y'all already know that. But when you take off the blinders and you, separate yourself from the nostalgia around Michael Jordan and all that, you start to see it from other people's perspective as well. So I get what Broken Traditions is saying right here. He said, LeBron has no scandals, been playing for my son's whole life, and he's 21. He's still relevant. This is what I was talking to y'all about. People are comparing the longevity of the career versus the championship numbers. And then they also bring up, that's something else Nick brings up all the time, is the fact that LeBron has had no scandals. That's something that Nick brings up. LeBron would be dominant in any era, even future eras, for the next 200 years. Broken Traditions, you coming with the smoke, man.
From much, fam. I follow you. All I want is a signature and a handshake on the Henny bottle, fam. That's it. That's all I need.
Meet me at LAX, fly in, shake your hands, son, and we turn right back around.
Right back around. I don't need nothing else from you. But no, man, lifelong LeBron fan. I've been rocking with you the whole 23. I'm gonna say I've been rocking with you the whole 23, dog.
I can contest to that.
Like I said,
yeah.
Nick and Trey are brothers, so Trey really knows how Nick is when it comes to his thoughts on LeBron. And it's similar to what everything Broken Traditions is saying.
I spend 10 toes down on any LeBron conversation that's ever been around. I ain't even one of them fans that when the shit get heated, I just be quiet and let them have it. I ain't letting you have it. You're going to have to beat my ass to get me off the Bron train. Hey, Bron, holla at your boy. Holla at your boy, Bron. Hey, hell yeah, I'm holding that Henny like a trophy.
I told Nick, I was like, man, you holding that like a trophy, y'all. Yeah, Nick, he don't play about LeBron. So LeBron or Savannah or Bronny Jr., if one of y'all see this, please, for the love of all things pure and holy, give Nick a signature from LeBron, okay? So there's his little promotion. I told him I would do it. Moving on to the next topics. Why is Honda talking sports? Coming from, oh, wait, I gotta see what you're saying. Let me play my CDT beats, okay? Shout CDT beats. What you saying? Why is Honda talking sports? Coming from a Pittsburgh fan. He should sit in a corner on a dark room with Rodgers. Even Kobe had a... Yep, that's true. I'm sensitive when it comes to Kobe, y'all, okay? I'm sensitive when it comes to that, but it is true. Kobe had some scandals. Alright. Let's see. Covered the MJ SGA topic. Of course, we went down a rabbit hole talking about LeBron, but I ain't mad at it. At least, unlike Speakeasy, we kept it in the NBA, right? I didn't get off topic comparing the NFL quarterbacks like they did. Although, G Honda tried to. G Honda started talking about Troy, and I wasn't having that. Next, we're going to get into updates on Coach Prime. Let's go. Oh, wait, first, I have a video that Derek sent me. Since we're going to be discussing Coach Prime, this video came from Derek. It's 4 players that were drafted above Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders in the 1989 NFL Draft. Deion went to become one of the greatest cornerbacks ever and a 2-time Super Bowl champion. But what happened to the 4 players taken ahead of him? And did any of them turn out better than prime time?
Select Troy Aikman, quarterback, UCLA.
First pick, Troy Aikman. The first overall pick in the 1989 NFL Draft was Troy Aikman, selected by the Dallas Cowboys. At the time, the Cowboys were in the middle of a complete rebuild. Legend head coach Tom Landry had just been fired. Jerry Jones had just purchased the team, and Jimmy Johnson was brought in to reshape the franchise. Dallas needed a franchise quarterback, and Aikman was viewed as the clear top option. Coming out of high school, Aikman originally committed to Oklahoma. After suffering a broken ankle and losing his starting job to Jameel Holloway, he transferred to UCLA. That move changed everything. At UCLA, Aikman developed into one of the top quarterbacks in the country. In his final season, he threw for over 2,700 yards and led the Bruins to a strong season before an injury ended his year early. Heading into the draft, Aikman was praised for his size, arm strength, and classic pocket presence. He wasn't flashy, but scouts believed he had everything needed to succeed in the NFL. His rookie season was rough. The Cowboys finished 1-15, and Aikman went 0-11 as a starter. He threw 9 touchdowns and 18 interceptions, taking heavy hits behind a struggling offensive line. But the organization stayed patient. Over the next few years, Dallas built one of the most talented rosters in football. They drafted Emmitt Smith. They already had Michael Irvin. Their offensive line became one of the best in the league. By 1992, everything clicked. Aikman led the Cowboys to a 13-3
Shout out
record.
to them days that I don't know nothing about. Like I told my dad, I said, Dad, I ain't ever seen the Cowboys. Like, in like my adult life, never seen the Cowboys go to a playoff or a Super Bowl. And my dad was like, you know what? You're right. And then he starts bragging about all the ones that he got to watch and witness. I'm just like, Dad, chill. Dad, chill. Because don't hurt me like that. You see how long I've been suffering? Oh, man.
And a Super Bowl victory over the Buffalo Bills. The following season, they repeated as champions. And in the 1995 season, they won a 3rd Super Bowl in 4 years.
Deep ball on a hitch to Irvin, and it's caught. Touchdown!
Throughout the 1990s, Aikman made 6 Pro Bowls and finished his career with 32,942 passing yards and 165 touchdowns. While he was never known for putting up huge statistical seasons, he was efficient, accurate, and steady in big moments.
That's all you can ask for from a quarterback. Be efficient, steady, and accurate. Especially heavy on the accuracy, right? Because that's how you win games.
2006, Troy Aikman was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Been asked about the Hall of Fame now for several months.
For the Cowboys, this pick was a franchise-changing decision. Aikman became the quarterback of a dynasty and helped turn one of the worst teams in football into one of the most dominant teams of the decade.
Tackle Tony Mandrich, Michigan State. Next up, Detroit Lions.
Second pick, Tony Mandrich. The second overall pick in the 1989 NFL Draft was Tony Mandrich, selected by the Green Bay Packers. At the time, Mandrich was considered one of the most physically gifted offensive line prospects in NFL history. Coming out of Michigan State, he stood 6'6" and weighed over 315
Dang,
pounds.
that man was
with
6'6". That's crazy.
rare strength and athleticism for his size, he was powerful in the run game and surprisingly quick in pass protection. Many scouts believed he was the safest prospect in the entire draft. Sports Illustrated even featured him on the cover before he ever played an NFL snap, calling him the Incredible Bulk. The expectations were enormous. Green Bay believed they had found their franchise left tackle, someone who would anchor their offensive line for the next decade. But almost immediately, things started to fall apart. Mandrich struggled during training camp adjusting to NFL speed and technique. His dominance in college didn't translate the same way at the professional level. Reports of conditioning issues surfaced, and his play on the field was inconsistent. Over 3 seasons with the Packers, Mandrich failed to live up to his draft position. He never made a Pro Bowl and never developed into the cornerstone Green Bay expected. After the 1991 season, the Packers released him. To make matters worse, the player selected shortly after him became legends. Barry Sanders went 3rd overall, Derek Thomas went 4th, and Deion Sanders went 5th. Mandrich would later admit to steroid use during his college career, which added another layer to his story and raised questions about how much of his physical dominance at Michigan State was artificially enhanced. After stepping away from football for several years, Mandrich returned in the 1990s with the Indianapolis Colts and had made a more stable stretch as a starter. While he improved and became serviceable, he never became close to justifying the 2nd overall selection. Today, Tony Mandrich is often mentioned as one of the biggest draft busts in NFL history, not just because he struggled, but because of the Hall of Fame talent selected immediately after him. Green Bay.
What Derek said, he was considered a bust.
This was a massive miss in one of the most talent-heavy top 5s the league has ever seen. Deion would go on to be the best ever at his position. 3rd pick, Barry Sanders. The 3rd overall pick in the 1989 NFL Draft was Barry Sanders, selected by the Detroit Lions, coming off of one of the greatest college seasons in
I wasn't born till 94.
history. at Oklahoma State, winning the Heisman Trophy in dominant fashion. His production was historic. There were still questions about how his size, just 5 foot 8 inches, would translate to the NFL. Detroit didn't hesitate. As a rookie in 1989, splitting carries early in the season before taking over the backfield. He was named Offensive Rookie of the Year and immediately became one of the most dangerous players in football.
The Barry spin straight touchdown.
In 1990, he followed that up with 1,304 rushing yards. Then, in 1991, despite being undersized compared to most elite backs of the era, Sanders led the entire NFL with 16 rushing touchdowns. He also rushed for 1,548 yards that season and helped lead Detroit to a 12-4 record and an appearance in the NFC Championship game, one of the best seasons in franchise history.
Barry Sanders to the chin. He is in for a touchdown.
Throughout the mid-1990s, Sanders remained one of the most consistent and explosive players in the league. He rushed for 1,352 yards in 1992, 1,115 yards in 1993, 1,888 yards in 1994, leading the league in rushing, and 1,500 yards in 1996. Then came his defining season. In 1997, Barry Sanders rushed for 2,553 yards, becoming just the third NFL player in NFL history at the time to surpass 2,000 rushing yards in a season. He averaged 6.1 yards per carry and was named NFL MVP. He also had a stretch late in that season where he rushed for over 100 yards in 14 straight games, one of the most dominant runs by a running back in league history. What separated Sanders wasn't just the numbers, it was the style. He didn't overpower defenders, he made them miss. His balance, acceleration, and vision allowed him to turn broken plays into long touchdowns. He often ran behind offensive lines that were solid, but not historically dominant, meaning much of his production came from his own ability to create space. By the end of the 1998 season, Sanders had rushed for 15,269 career yards and 99 touchdowns. He was second all-time in rushing yards at the time of his retirement, and only 1,457 yards away from breaking Walter Payton's record. Then, at just 30 years old, he shocked the NFL world and retired before the 1999 season. There was no major injury, no farewell tour. He simply walked away, even with the
I wonder really what was the reasoning behind it, if he ever said anything.
retirement. Sanders finished with 15,269 rushing yards, 99 rushing touchdowns, 10 Pro Bowl selections, 6 first-team All-Pro honors, 1 MVP award, and 4 rushing titles. In 2004, Barry Sanders was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. In a draft filled with Hall of Fame talent, selecting Barry Sanders third overall was not a miss. It was one of the greatest picks in Detroit Lions history, and even in a class that included Deion Sanders.
3 a.m. you said tired of losing. Was that really the reason? Was that really the reason? Because if that is, that's so sad. Like, I hurt for him. Like, I know I'm laughing, but really, that's sad.
Barry remains one of the most purely gifted players the NFL has ever seen. Who would you guys prefer, Deion or Barry?
The Kansas City Chiefs first round selection. Derek Thomas, linebacker, Alabama.
Fourth pick, Derek Thomas. The fourth overall pick in the 1989 NFL Draft was Derek Thomas, selected by the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City was looking for a defensive cornerstone, and Thomas quickly became that player. Known for his elite first step, flexibility off the edge, and relentless motor, he immediately changed the Chiefs' defense. As a rookie in 1989, Thomas recorded 10 sacks and was named Defensive Rookie of the Year. It was clear from the start that he was different. Then, in 1990, he had one of the greatest pass rushing seasons in NFL history. Thomas recorded 20 sacks, one of the highest single-season totals ever at the time. During that same season, he set an NFL record by recording 7 sacks in a single game against the Seattle Seahawks, a record that still stands today. But he wasn't just a sack artist. In 1992, Thomas forced...
Roll Tide. Said Alabama, right? Selected him from Alabama.
8 fumbles, an incredible number for a pass rusher. His ability to not only reach the quarterback, but also knock the ball loose made him even more dangerous. He consistently flipped games with strip sacks and momentum-changing plays. Throughout the 1990s, Thomas became the face of the Chiefs' defense. From 1989 through 1997, he made 9 consecutive Pro Bowls. He recorded double-digit sacks in 7 seasons and consistently ranked among the league leaders in pressures and forced fumbles. In 1993, he helped lead Kansas City to a 13-3 record and an appearance in the AFC Championship game, one of the best seasons in franchise history. By the end of his career, Thomas had accumulated 126.5 sacks, 41 forced fumbles, and 4 defensive touchdowns. His speed off the edge and ability to
fumbles, that's impressive.
bend around tackles made him one of the most feared pass rushers of his era. Tragically, his life was cut short in January of 2000 after a car accident. He passed away at just
I gotta look into that. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
33 years old. In 2009, Derek Thomas was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. In a draft loaded with Hall of Fame talent, Kansas City selecting Derek Thomas 4th overall was not a mistake. It was a franchise-defining decision. His 20-sack season, record-setting 7-sack game, and 8 forced fumbles in 1992 cemented him as one of the most dominant defensive players of the 1990s.
Number 5. Falcons, Atlanta Falcons, first-round choice. Deion Sanders, cornerback, Florida State.
5th pick, Deion Sanders. The 5th overall pick in the 1989 NFL Draft was Deion Sanders, selected by the Atlanta Falcons. Unlike the other players taken before him, Deion entered the league with questions, not about talent, but about commitment. He was a two-sport athlete at Florida State and made it clear he intended to play both professional football and Major League Baseball. Some teams were hesitant. Atlanta wasn't. As a rookie in 1989, Sanders made an immediate impact. He recorded 5 interceptions, returned 3 of them for touchdown, and added value as a punt returner. His speed and confidence were obvious from day one. But Deion wasn't flashy. He was productive. Throughout the 1990s, he became the definition of a lockdown corner. Quarterbacks often avoided throwing to his side of the field entirely. His ability to mirror receivers, close space instantly, and turn interceptions into touchdowns made him one of the most dangerous defensive players in the league. In 1994, with the San Francisco 49ers, Sanders had arguably his best season. He recorded 6 interceptions, returned 3 for touchdowns, and was named NFL Defensive Player of the Year. That same season, he helped lead the 49ers to a Super Bowl victory. The following year, he signed with the Dallas Cowboys and won another Super Bowl in the 1995 season, becoming one of the rare players to win back-to-back championships with different teams. Over his
That's an
career,
amazing
Sanders
stat,
recorded
y'all, to have. Win back-to-back championships with different teams. That's rare and impressive, obviously.
53 interceptions, 9 total defensive touchdowns, 8 Pro Bowl selections, 6 first-team All-Pro honors. He also scored touchdowns as a punt returner and even caught a few passes on offense during his
This is one
career.
thing
What separated
about Deion. He was lethal on all sides of the ball, right? Like, he could play anything. And then talk about doing returns as well. Like, and granted, y'all, I didn't even witness this. I wasn't even born yet. But obviously, I've watched like reruns of old games with Deion in it, but to see this live is a whole different story. Like, I can't imagine witnessing live someone that great as an athlete. And I don't know who said this, but someone had mentioned, and it was I don't know if it was Charles Barkley, I don't know who it was, but someone had said this, that it was more impressive with Deion Sanders playing football and baseball versus Michael Jordan playing basketball and baseball, because Deion was out here taking hits. Like, it's a very physical, granted, you know, basketball was more physical with back in the day, but not at the level of the NFL, right? Like, the impact you get from taking a hit in the NFL, that's a whole different ball game. So it was more impressive for Deion to play football and then also play baseball because of the recovery, right? Like, he didn't have time to recover. Like, he was back to back, and we all know how many games baseball is. I mean, he was just built different.
Deion wasn't just the stats, it was the impact. He changed how the cornerback position was viewed. Before Deion, corners were often overlooked. After Deion, elite cornerbacks became franchise players. He brought personality to the position, confidence, flash, but he backed it up with elite performance. In 2011, Deion Sanders was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, in a draft class filled with legends. Deion Sanders still managed to stand out, and while 4 Hall of Fame level talents were selected before him, Primetime became one of the most unique and influential players in NFL history. Who do you guys think was the best player selected in the top 5 here?
I will say this. I didn't get to witness him during the time of winning back-to-back Super Bowls with different teams. I didn't get to witness primetime during that era, but he did play up until like 2004 or 2005, I think. Like, Deion, I know that he left for a little bit and then made a return to the game. Like, it was something crazy, y'all. But That was when I was still learning the game of football. Chelsea, did you know that Primetime was a two-way player for the Cowboys? Yep, I did. I did know that. Shout out to Primetime. Okay, moving on to the next one, though, which is Coach Prime.
Spring game attendance this past weekend continues to fall under year 4 with Deion Sanders. And also there was this video kind of went viral of his team walking out to the field and a lot of people noticing how undersized a lot of the players were. The offensive linemen, a lot of the skill position guys.
I ain't gonna lie. That is not very encouraging when I seen that. Those players, when I seen that, I was shocked. I was like, they look like high school players or like the lowest division college football players. We're not talking no D1 looking athletes. I mean, they really do look undersized.
Here a lot of it's just a lot smaller. Are you guys worried in any way about Deion Sanders and this Colorado team?
I am, because college football is interesting. If you don't strike while the iron's hot in college football, you may not know when that iron's going to heat up again. And this isn't specifically a Deion Sanders issue, but we're talking about Deion, so let's be honest. And this is for the people that really know college football. Kieran, Matt Campbell, coach at Iowa State, correct? Matt Campbell was the coach at Iowa State, and Iowa State, like for the first time, had competed for Big 12 championships and was super hot and all the things. A job opened up, I think it was at Wisconsin. Matt Campbell's like, nah, I'm cool. I'm going to sit here and stay at Iowa State. Instead, the Wisconsin job went to maybe Luke. I forget his name. Kieran, help me out when you have a moment. Wisconsin job ends up going to like maybe Luke Fickell. I forget.
Luke Fickell, yes.
Luke Fickell.
From Cincinnati.
Man, Iowa State sucked for like 3-4 years after that. And it was like, wait. But Matt Campbell, everything was so good. Same thing happened with the coach that went from Temple to Baylor. And then
Matt
went to the
Rule.
Carolina Panthers.
No.
Matt Rule. Exactly right. Like, go to Baylor. Popping. Next thing you know, Matt Rule sucks in the league and in college. So to me, Deion Sanders is just experiencing what we've seen so many other college coaches experience, which is like, you caught lightning in a bottle. Matt Campbell, lightning in a bottle. Matt Rule, lightning in a bottle. But if you do not strike when you catch that lightning in a bottle, you can't hold on to that lightning forever. So to me, I am a little concerned at Colorado. They're projected to win 4.5 games is currently where the line is at. After struggling the last year without
4.5 games, like that's not good.
Without Travis Hunter, it's an interesting landscape. So I'm worried. I am curious. I love Deion. I trust Deion as a person to just figure it out and get stuff done. But you can't look objectively at Colorado and what's been going on and be like, hell no, I'm as confident as ever. Based on what, man?
Yeah, it's a tough one, man. I mean, that video is wild, but if you really look at it, that's the special team guys. That's like the quarterback comes out, the centers, the safeties, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have the talent.
That's true. Could be some special teams guys, but they're still undersized, y'all.
Talent. You know, and I think you really can't tell what teams is who unless you have the talent, right? And another thing, they're not spending a lot of money either, though. This game now is about who got the paper. Yeah. I think the first year he had elite NFL talent on the team, right? You got his son, and he had the best player in college football, Travis Hunter. So things were different. Now that's kind of going. That buzz is kind of going. You're not getting them players now. It's not a lot there. And Deion is his Deion Sanders, so you're going to get some players from there, but
yeah,
it's not enough.
I do agree with him on this. It's not enough, right? Like, they want the money. That's why you have to pay the players now. It's unfortunate that it's like this. I mean, of course, I think the players should get paid. I've talked about this. But they do need some sort of... They need to figure something out. Because it's wild, wild west in college football right now. With the transfer portal and NIL, they got to figure something out. And I think that's what's hurting Deion Sanders is the NIL. Like, you've got to be able to pay these players. But of course, it's like he said too, is, you know, it's prime time. People are going to want to go there because of his name and what he's done in his career. I don't even, yeah, you said you're not worried about it. The only thing I'm worried about is his health. That's what I'm most concerned with is Deion's health over anything. I just want Deion to have a healthy season, and I just wonder if how it goes. I just wonder if he's going to continue. He did say, I think he did say that he would continue coaching no matter what. But I don't know. I don't know.
It's not enough. So I don't like to blame him from everything. I think every time it's something wrong with the team or they want to blast, it's Deion's fault.
Yeah,
it's not his fault.
Running a elite high-level college football program is really, really hard. You know, that video of all the players walking out was very concerning to me because this is also coming off the back of Jordan Seaton, who was the number one lineman in the country. He ended up having a picture. He ended up transferring to LSU this past year, right? Projected to be the top left tackle taken in the NFL draft next season. This picture was very, very concerning because this was what Jordan Seaton was playing, like what he looked like playing last year versus what his body is kind of transformed into this past year. Now, look, a couple of those dudes in that video, I mean, they are undersized, but some of them were cold. I mean, Quentin Gibson, he's like one of the guys, unbelievable wide receiver. If you get to see him last year, he made a lot of plays as a freshman, though, as well. I think we're in a situation now where it's just like, to be honest, on the football field, Colorado doesn't look like the top teams in college football. No. They just don't. No. Physically, they can't compete with the top teams in college football. That's not hyperbole. I mean, that's not just me like trying to hate on them or whatever. It's genuinely what it is. When you're giving up, 300 rushing yards in a game, when you're getting run all over, when they're thinking like your team lacks physicality, and then for your team to come out like it looks like the strength and conditioning program might not be where it needs to be. Also, like you said, it's about paper right now, and the way teams are now recruiting their rosters has changed. Indiana has really changed the game in a way. A lot of people are looking for proven production from their transfers and whatnot. Something that Deion Sanders was doing before. He was looking for those guys, but it's not. It's harder to compete when everybody's looking for those guys now. So for him, it's also tough whenever you don't recruit high school. There's a lot of error that I think whenever you look at winning football teams and then you look at Colorado, Deion Sanders is experiencing right now as a coach.
And I don't put that on Deion. I just put that on the changes of college football.
To be honest, I think Colorado getting to bowl eligibility this year would be amazing for them. It's going to be really tough.
I think early success could end up being Deion Sanders' biggest enemy. Because a lot of people are going to be comparing Colorado moving forward to that 9-win season of Colorado, of which if they would have won one of those last 2 games, they could have gone to a Big 12 championship game. But realistically speaking, Deion Sanders shows up, Colorado wins 4 games. Deion Sanders' 3rd season, Colorado wins 3 games. And in between there, you have a Heisman Trophy season in Travis Hunter, and Colorado wins 9 games. But do you anticipate Colorado being able to win 9 games year in and year out? I don't. But Colorado wasn't winning 9 games year in and year out before Deion Sanders. So, realistically speaking, I anticipate Colorado winning 5, 6, 7 games a year. That's good for Colorado. But in order for Deion to win 9 games at Colorado, you need a first-round talented quarterback, and you need a Heisman caliber talent at a skill position. You know how hard that is to acquire? A first-round talented quarterback and a Heisman caliber talent at a skill position? It's near impossible to acquire, especially in Colorado. So you have to be concerned.
This is why the Big Ten has the money right now. They have the advantage. They're able to pay these players and get the talent that they need.
I think Deion had Travis. He had a son, lightning in a bottle. But bro, you gotta be concerned because it's not been good.
Even talking about how little they were, that's a 5-star quarterback right there.
Yeah, Lewis. Julian Lewis. He's probably going to be their starting quarterback. He will be their starting quarterback.
I will say this. The start of the season, we're not even there yet. They still have time to put on that weight. They still have time to get the size they need to. So, I mean, this could be a little bit misleading. Because, I mean, they could be putting on the size as we speak.
Yeah. But it's a situation you're surrounding him with. He is a very, very special talent, but they just don't look like the top college football teams. And I'm not saying you can't compete with that, but also, guys, Colorado doesn't look like they should, right?
Yeah.
But also, we're watching in active time Kurt Cignetti take over Indiana, the losingest program in Big Ten college football history. And what do they do in 2 years? Because of the way that he hits the transfer portal, because of what he does with his coaching staff, they win a national championship. So to me, I'm not saying Deion's not capable of it. I think Deion had an amazing first year. Getting a Heisman winner to Colorado is amazing. It's something that no college football coach there has done in 30, 40 years, right? It's just tough to preach about Deion's maybe even job security if it continues like this. They don't look up to par. He's not recruiting at the high school level, and they're going to lose a lot more games.
But
I'm sorry.
The other thing, bro, in college, a head coach is only as good as his staff. And I think where Deion probably needs to be not even held most accountable, but just be questioned. Hey, Deion, check this blind spot. Who are the hires? And think about it. You get Sean Lewis as your offensive coordinator that first year. You fire him like middle of the season.
Mid-season, yeah.
Then you get Pat Shurmur. Then you fire Pat Shurmur middle of the season. So, like, there comes a point where hopefully Julian Lewis stays there all 5 years. But, like, Deion is hired and fired as OCs. Defensive coaches, hired and fired. D-line coaches. Now you bring in Warren Sapp. You get rid of hired and fired. Bro, coaches are only as good as their staffs.
And I do agree with his point on this, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I have to agree with him on this because you have to have some sort of consistency with your team. And when you're hiring and firing these coaches and the team's having to get reestablished and readjusted, it can cause an issue.
I think shout out to Deion for being such a loyalist and having so many former NFL players in his locker room and so many former NFL players as coaches. But with all due respect, if you don't get this coaching staff right, you will never get the team right. And shout out to Marshall Faulk and Sapp and all them. They're phenomenal players. I don't know how great they are as college football coaches because college is a different game and dealing with 18, 17, 19, 20-year-old kids is a different game. And just coaching is different than playing. Yeah. So that's really where I think with Deion.
I'm going to ask an uncomfortable question. How long do you think Deion Sanders remains as Colorado's?
I think as long as he wants to be there. We ain't gonna act like it's LSU.
These guys aren't as good as you think without a structured show. You realize how whack they are? Are you talking about Speakeasy? Yeah, I said it earlier. Like, I'm not a fan of Speakeasy. I'm not a fan of Speakeasy. I'm not. The only reason why I watch it is because it's sports, and I like to see all different points of views. I'll watch them all. I'll watch Pat McAfee, I'll watch Nightcap, and I'll watch Speakeasy. And, of course, there's many others. But this one's probably my least favorite of them all because of how out of pocket they get.
Or Florida State.
But do you think seeing a school like Indiana do what they do matters?
Listen,
I'm
going to say it again, man.
Shout out to that. Shout out to us being biased. 3 a.m. Let's see, which one is it? Here we go.
That's just me. Maybe I'm biased a little bit. Maybe I'm biased a lot of bit. But who cares for this discussion?
It's bringing that type of spark.
But maybe that's just us. We a little bit biased when it comes to the Pat McAfee show. And of course I love Nightcap. Nightcap, I'll be honest with you. I love Nightcap because of Ocho. So Nightcap is my favorite, and then I go Pat McAfee. But they're right there. They're right there beside each other.
I no longer agree with Shady on that because people always think they can make it better. And it comes down to this, dollars and cents. I think the first spring game at Colorado, I think I saw 40,000, then 28,000, then 21,000, and this past year 17,000.
Really yeah.
So, like, the reason I can no longer say as long as he wants to be there is because Colorado's spring game attendance is doing this. Now, if their spring game attendance is any reflection of the regular season attendance, you might be like, okay, shout out to you, Deion. You made us relevant. You made us sexy. You made us notable again. Let's now go see if we can get a Kurt Signetti to get us over the hump. John Gruden, Tony Dungy, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Appreciate you, Dungy. Appreciate you building the Bucs up and making us relevant. Now let's go get us a John Gruden to take what you built and see if we can really win something with it. So I can't agree with Shady only because the numbers, those numbers are deafening.
Whatever coach you want, who's a good coach you think could be a good college coach? Just give me anybody.
Say Dan Lanning. I think Dan Lanning's just a good college
He
coach.
goes to Colorado. You think he get that thing jumping?
Not lie. I think winning. Jumping, no. Jumping and winning, I think are different.
You think he's going to win in Colorado?
I think he'd have him winning 7-8 games.
No.
But 7-8 games.
Without the players, I don't see it. It's like we were talking about. You have to pay these players. You have to recruit the talent. And part of recruiting the talent nowadays is giving them the money. And that's something that many teams aren't doing, and they're suffering for it. But moving on, we're going to get into the Deion Sanders topic. I believe that's what's next. Oh, wait. I do have an update on Caleb Downs for the Dallas Cowboys.
Caleb Downs, I had him going 12 to the Cowboys. I've been told by numerous teams there is no chance in bloody hell that Caleb Downs will be around at 12 overall. So that's one to put there. He is likely going before 12, which I originally had him going to Dallas. I've said a lot, Pat. The floor is yours.
No, that was phenomenal. AJ actually has a follow-up because a lot of your storylines there are about the Ohio State Buckeyes. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, Strikes, as far as Caleb Downs, I've heard conflicting reports. I feel like some people claim there's a chance he may fall just because people have devalued the safety position and don't want to draft people that high. So you're saying it's pretty much a lock. He's not going to be there at 12 even, so going top 10 most likely?
Again, it's all fluid, but the big feedback I got from teams was that, yes, positionally, a safety you wouldn't take in the top 5 or the top 10. It just doesn't make sense to do so because they don't make the same money on the free agent market and you want to get the most value for your pick. But with the lack of blue chip prospects in this draft, and I really only have 4, I have Mendoza as a blue chipper, and from what I'm told, it's 3 positions that are not positions that are usually highly paid. It's a running back in Love, it's an off-the-ball linebacker in Styles, and it's a safety in Downs. If you're a team in the top 10, do you reach for an offensive lineman? Do you reach for a wide receiver? Do you reach for a corner? Or do you hit it right on the fairway and say, you know what? We wake up Friday morning, we got Caleb Downs, we have an outstanding football player to our team, and we are way better than we were yesterday if we take this guy. Caleb Downs. I had him
So, Schrager had on his mock draft Caleb Downs being drafted to the Cowboys. But he has since changed it with his intel that he's been getting. He's going to release a new mock draft based off all the feedback he's been hearing. And he said he's no longer putting Caleb Downs going to the Cowboys. He thinks he will go top 10 possibly based off what he's been hearing. That would be impressive for someone like Caleb Downs in that position to go top 10 because like you said, that's typically not what happens. I wouldn't be mad at it. I hate that it's somebody from Ohio State, obviously, but I'm not mad at it. I think I like seeing things like that happen. And I think it should happen, to be honest. I'm so over, drafting these quarterbacks, wide receivers, and what have you. This is why I say lately it's become more of a defensive heavy, offensive heavy, offensive line, defensive line heavy draft. But I want Caleb Downs for the Cowboys. I won't hold you on that. I really do want Caleb Downs for the Cowboys because it's not likely we're getting Arvell. No, I guess now it's not likely we might not get Caleb Downs. The big talk I've been hearing lately is Reuben Bain, which it'd be just like the Cowboys to get someone with some sort of legal trouble. But that's just the way it goes. There's the update on that. And I just want to add that with Peter Schrager, he is the most accurate in his mock drafts, which I found interesting. So the information he gets is, pretty accurate according to his mock drafts, apparently. So that's an interesting fact for you. Hey, Chelsea, the Department of Justice don't want you watching your Cowboys. G Honda, don't be acting up. Don't be acting up now. You know what, G Honda, I got something for you. Let me find it. Let's see. Which one is it? Here Here we go.
Because you keep up a lot of bullshit out of
what?
Like, and then you, how old is your ass?
41.
A grown ass goofy. Because you keep up a lot of bullshit out of
what?
Like, and then you, how old is your ass?
41.
A grown ass goofy.
You keep up a lot of BS, G Honda. How old are you? You a grown goofy. A grown goofy. I like that drop. I need to play it more.
12 even, so going top 10 most likely.
Again, it's all fluid, but the big feedback I got from teams was that, yes, positionally, a safety you wouldn't take in the top 5 or the top 10. It just doesn't make sense to do so because they don't make the same money on the.
Derek said G Goofy. Derek. G Goofy. G Goofy, that's hilarious. That gives me an idea. I need to get a Goofy. I need to get a Goofy now for, I'm going to get a giraffe. I'm going to create an AI giraffe as Goofy. Like, get him in a Goofy style. Like, you know, the cartoon Goofy from Disney. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I need to do next. Y'all add into my drops. There's some that I have from Shayla that I need to add. Who else sent me one? Oh yeah, Postman. Shout out Mailbox Sports. He sent me one. I gotta add that as a drop. My list for you, G Honda, for my drops is growing. It's quite outstanding. G Goofy. That was hilarious. Okay.
Agent market and you want to get the most value for your pick. But with the lack of blue chip prospects in this draft, and I really only have 4. I have Mendoza as a blue chipper, and from what I'm told, it's 3 positions that are not positions that are usually highly paid. It's a running back in Love, it's an off-the-ball linebacker in Styles, and it's a safety in Downs. If you're a team in the top 10, do you reach for an offensive lineman? Do you reach for a wide receiver? Do you reach for a corner? Or do you hit it right on the fairway and say, you know what? We wake up Friday morning, we got Caleb Downs, we have an outstanding football player to our team, and we are way better than we were yesterday.
Alright, so again, there's the update on Caleb Downs. Moving on to Deshaun Watson. Y'all, let me end this poll. I gotta remember how you do it. Let's see. Give me 1 second, y'all. How do you do this? Oh, is it not gonna let me end it? Okay, it told me to wait. Man. There we go. End poll. Hopefully it ended the poll. Yeah, okay. So y'all say Sanders 73% and 27% for Deshaun. All right. I actually sent you an article. An article? What'd you send me? You sent me an article? Max sent me the update on Diana Rossini. What did you send me? Oh yeah, y'all were sent, man. Y'all were sent, like, even Mailbox Sports. Mailbox Sports sent me the Diana Rossini resigning. I'll get into that in a second too, maybe at the end of the show. What are you talking about? You sent me something. Okay. Don't distract me, G Honda. Don't distract me. Back to it.
All right, kick it off again, please.
Just ask me the question.
Yeah.
From there.
You agree with Rappaport that Watson will be the Browns QB1 to start the season?
I agree that Rappaport will be this. I agree with Deshaun Watson will be the starter. I don't agree with Rappaport's logic to get him there. Yeah. Deshaun Watson has played some bad games. Let's call it what it is. Like, I know Deshaun personally, you know what I mean? We've had some great conversations. He's been nothing but great to me. But he's had some bad games. Should he be the starter? Yes, because he's played at a higher level than Cleveland Browns quarterbacks have in the last 2 years. That's why he should be the starter. Should be a starter, yes, because he's probably better today than a second-year Shedeur Sanders that has 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Will he be better than Shedeur in a year, 2 years? I don't know. But today, right now, Deshaun Watson is better. Deshaun Watson is going to be more conducive to Browns' success, and the Browns are still probably a year or so away from winning anything substantial anyway. So, yes, Deshaun will be and should be the day one starter in Cleveland. Doesn't mean he'll be the week 10 starter in Cleveland, but he's probably better than Shedeur is today.
Yeah, I think he'll start just because of the money. I don't know what Ian's talking about. I think money does matter. If you're the owner, it's easy to say that when you're not spending that money. When you spend that money, you want to see some results. And also, see, this is what I'm saying. Like, some of these guys, I love a lot of these guys because I'm really friends with them, but he ain't watching tape. Anyway, you watch the tape telling me that Deshaun Watson was playing some winning football, though. Right? Because I was cheering for Deshaun Watson. And I remember when they made that trade, I said, this is a great trade because he is that good. He is that special.
Your Average Logical Thinker. Y'all go subscribe to Your Average Logical Thinker. She went live earlier and she was dropping straight facts. Y'all, I love her channel. It's a great place to be. Make sure y'all are subscribed to her. I was talking, man, I get along with her with what she's saying. I'm telling you, because talking about my pet peeves, y'all. Some of my pet peeves. You know, I don't like double standard, hypocrisy, and I don't like hate on black women. I don't like it. I ain't here for it. I ain't having it. And we were discussing the recent news on the woman who got taken out, and someone had said in the chat, yeah, but you should see what she was saying. She really gave shallow reasonings. And I was like, I said, I don't care if the girl had shallow reasonings. That's not an excuse for someone to take her out. So, rest in peace to her. What was her name? Ashley. Is it Janae? Ashley Janae? But, you know, rest in peace to her. But great live earlier. Great live, Mo. We always have great, deep discussions over there.
And a lot of games, I'm thinking like, yo, who the hell is this playing quarterback? I've seen some crazy bad plays from Deshaun Watson with the Browns.
Man, okay, it might be a little bit of a tangent, but not all, like, I don't like the comparisons, y'all. I don't like the comparisons, that the hyper focus on black women, okay? Because I'm telling you, if you look into how white women behave, it's just as bad, if not worse. What are we talking about? That's just another thing. That goes back to the hypocrisy and double standards. I don't like it. I don't like it.
So, I don't think he's starting because he has a better chance to win at this point. No. I do think a lot of this is the experience. A lot of it is the money. And the truth is, a lot of these GMs, guys in the front office, they don't want to seem like they don't know what they're doing. Yeah. Right? So they're hoping and praying that this guy could turn around. Because if he doesn't, it's going to be like one of the biggest laughable contracts that's ever been done. And nobody wants to feel like they're incompetent in this game of football. It's a lot of egos you're talking about. Yeah. So, yes, I do think that he'll be a starter from all them different reasons. But definitely one of the main reasons that he's wrong about is that he's starting because he just has this high ceiling of winning football with the Browns.
I have to say, I'm a sucker for an underdog story. I want to see what Deshaun Watson can do as a QB1, and I have my reasonings for it. I've seen his talent at Clemson. He does have experience, like Acho said, with playing in the NFL. Granted, it was only a little bit of experience because we haven't seen him in almost 2 years, y'all. Play consistently. Almost 2 years. Which is crazy to think about. But based off his experience and being considered like an underdog, I want to see what he can do. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I think we should at least give him a shot. I really am hoping for the best for him. I'm hoping that he can have a decent season. Y'all know that I don't ever wish bad on these athletes. I can't do it. I don't want to wish bad on these athletes because people are way too harsh on these players. They hyper focus on things that they shouldn't, and it's an unfair standard in a way. But I just want to see what he can do. Where was he for 2 years? Injured? Great question, Mo. That's actually a really, really great question. So, Watson got into some legal trouble. There was women who came out with accusations against him. Some of it he settled. Actually, a lot of it he settled. And then it was just one thing after another. He also had an Achilles injury, so part of it was legal trouble and part of it was injuries. So there's that. But I do believe he deserves an opportunity to at least showcase what he can do. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I agree with Shady on that. I mean,
You think he watching tape? Talking like that?
No.
That's what I'm
It's not
saying.
possible. You can't say Deshaun. Like, Deshaun statistically
Thank
can
you,
fool
Oscar,
you,
for
but
the
just
support. You said another great show. Keep it up, Chelsea. Doing a great job. If you're truthful to yourself and to your viewers, your success will fall into place. Continue being you. Oscar, thank you so much for those encouraging words. Y'all know I'm a crier. Don't do that. Don't make me cry, okay? Don't make me cry. I ain't actually trying to be the crier online, okay? I ain't trying to do that. But things like that will get me very teary-eyed really quick. I gotta try to think of G Goofy, y'all. I'm gonna try to think of G Goofy so I don't cry. All right.
Deshaun's tape now. Yeah, he hasn't played well. But the reason he should start is like, if you're Shador, I don't even know that I want to throw Shador out to these Wolves once
Right
again.
off the bat, great point. This is something I've been saying. I don't want Sanders to start for a team that we don't even know has a great offensive line, a good defense. Like, we don't know what to expect under a new head coach. I would prefer to test the waters with Deshaun Watson versus risking a young, healthy, young Sanders. Like, I would rather risk it with Watson versus starting Sanders. I just really don't like Sanders being there, but I'm hoping since Monken has experience with QB coaching, offensive coordinating, I know that he was at Georgia for a time as a QB offensive coordinator coach, and then he was also at the Ravens. So, I mean, he does have a background in developing QBs, obviously. But until I know what I'm getting with the Browns, I'm completely fine with starting Deshaun Watson. Someone who's had experience playing in the NFL. Someone who's had talent in college. And I mean, not saying that Sanders didn't have talent. Sanders was outstanding in college. But Deshaun Watson, he played for Clemson. I can't stand Clemson. Y'all know I don't like Clemson. And he made it to a national championship, but shout out Alabama, Roll Tide. We beat them. But Deshaun Watson has had success as a quarterback. I would rather start him. I know that he's been out of the game for almost 2 years. I'd rather start him versus starting Sanders.
And if you believe that Shador's future is all that promising, and also, Deshaun Watson's ceiling is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL ceiling. We ain't seen it in 5 years, I'm going to be honest. But he's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL ceiling, and truth be told, the Browns don't need that. The Browns need Deshaun to play at a top 15 quarterback level. Browns haven't gotten that
They
in
honestly,
years.
the
Deshaun,
Browns haven't gotten that since Baker Mayfield, y'all. I mean, Baker Mayfield, the way they did, y'all remember? Let's do a little recap on what happened with Baker Mayfield. So, Baker Mayfield had set a stat of getting the Browns to like winning football. Like he broke a winless streak. What else happened with Baker Mayfield? There was another record he broke. I think he made it to a playoff with the Browns. But I mean, Baker Mayfield was unbelievable. Then Baker Mayfield had like an injury. It was like a shoulder injury, I think, if I remember right. So they trade Baker Mayfield, I think. They either release him or trade him or what have you. And they sign Deshaun Watson. What happens with Deshaun Watson? Deshaun Watson has legal troubles. So the NFL had to suspend him. Then he had the injury. And here's where we are now. We haven't seen him play in almost 2 years. What's up, sports culture? I don't know if I've seen you before. The sports culture. Yep, start Watson and see what happens. He's making too much money. Thank you. Thank you, the sports culture. Y'all go subscribe. I guess you have a channel. I don't know if I've ever seen you in the chat before, but go subscribe. I'm not sure if I would have to subscribe to you. Let's see. Let me check out your channel real quick. Okay, I just subscribed to you. Oh yeah, and I'll drop your channel in the chat as well so other people can subscribe to you. But I agree with you, the sports culture. I agree with you on that completely. Alright. There's the link. Y'all go subscribe to the sports culture. Great to have you here. Yeah, this page just popped up on my feed. Shout out to YouTube algorithm. Shout out to that. It's nice. It's nice being in your algorithm and you popping in here. I like that. But y'all go subscribe to the sports culture. So what else was I saying? Oh yeah, back to this. So start Watson and see what happens. He's making too much money. That's another great point, right? You already paid this guy so much money. And whenever all the talks were going on about, oh, they'll get rid of Deshaun Watson, I'm like, no, they won't. No, they won't. Because you got to look at his contract. His contract, shout out to that contract. That contract secured him. If it had not been for that contract, he would probably be gone. But because that contract secured him, here we are now. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Like I said, I want to see what Deshaun Watson can do. It's better for Sanders to sit under a veteran. Take the word veteran lightly, right? Because he's been out of the game for like almost 2 years. But it's better for Sanders to sit under that and see what the Browns have as a team before you just go, like Acho said, throw Sanders to the wolves. Appreciate you. I just subscribed. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. Thank you for subscribing. I'm surprised that do I have it on? Okay. I'm surprised that the sound didn't go off because usually I have like a little sound that will go off when someone subscribes, but it didn't do that today. Maybe if I refresh it, we'll see what happens. But thank you for subscribing. Now let me continue with the video.
just go out there and play like, I can't even say Sam Darnold because to me that's asking for too much. Just go out there and play like Baker Mayfield. If you go play like Baker Mayfield, if you go have 24 touchdowns and 10, 11 interceptions, the Browns are going to win 8 to 9 games. So Deshaun doesn't even have to be special. With the combination of Myles Garrett, a retooled offensive line, a really good young running back in Quinshon Judkins, Harold Fannin, one of the best young tight ends in all of football, just go be above average.
You know, one of my sayings I always have is that a bad football player that has good moments 9 times out of 10, the bad football player will show back up. Yep. And a really, really good football player that has some bad moments, 9 times out of 10, that good football player would eventually show up. This is one of the only rare cases where a really, really great player.
I will say this, Mo. He's married to, let's see, who's he married to? I don't know her name. I'll be honest with you, don't know her name. Can't remember her name. All I know is that Jason Derulo, the singer, his baby mama, it's her sister that Deshaun Watson is married to now. And they were dating whenever this legal trouble was going on. I don't know how much I believe. Obviously, there's probably some sort of truth to it because that case didn't just pop up for no reason, right? So there has to be some sort of truth, but I do think that some things got overly exaggerated because it's like with Shannon Sharp. If you don't settle, you're going to have all these others following suit. And you can throw in the Diddy case as well, like with, what's her name? Cassie. But this is why, I mean, Deshaun settled, but then others followed suit. They caught wind, and right after that, you had more making accusations. I mean, I don't know. I think, obviously, there might have been some sort of truth to it, or, like I said, that case wouldn't have popped out of nowhere for no reason. But I don't know if it's to the extent as what these women claimed. But either way, it got settled. It's in the past. And then he dealt with the injury. So it's just one thing after another. And I kind of feel bad for him, y'all. I do feel bad for him. Because he does claim to be someone of faith. And it's like I always tell y'all, not everyone who say they are of Christ not everyone who claims they're in Christ are of Christ. That's what I always say. And I don't know, maybe Deshaun Watson's one of those. But just thinking back to his Clemson days, like he really did, proclaim his faith. And same within the NFL. He did have to take a step back once all these legal troubles came out. But I don't know. I'm not as harsh on him because I don't know if it was a situation where these women were taking advantage of him for money. I don't know. Well, I mean, I really don't know what it is. All I know is that it was settled and we moved on.
Bad moments, I don't think he shakes back. Mm-hmm. I've watched too much tape on him. I've seen too many games in Cleveland, and I don't know where the juice went at. I be thinking about what's that movie, Space Jams? Yeah, they took all the talent. Yeah, it's like where did it go? Yeah. Deshaun. Let me take y'all back for a second. Deshaun Watson was on the level of slowly getting to that Patrick Mahomes level, right there. Yeah. Like he was that good, and then it just came to Cleveland. It's like all the powers just disappeared.
Yeah, I mean, I think
what the hell we got going on.
I think going through that entire situation did affect him heavily.
You think I don't know, man.
I think. Okay, so he started out. He got drafted to the Texans, I believe. I believe he's only been on 2 teams, right? Texans, and then traded to the Browns. With the Texans. There we go. I was like, what is going on? Shout out to you for subscribing to the channel. I gotta make that larger so I know who subscribed. I'm still not used to it when y'all subscribe to me. It throws off the groove. Y'all already know it throws off the groove.
No! You threw off my groove!
I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the Emperor's groove.
Different level of pressure that you're now faced with and whatnot. I do think he's the day one starter, and there's no question.
I'll add that. But with Deshaun Watson at the Texans, you got to think who was his coach at the time. It was Bill O'Brien. Y'all, I can't stand Bill O'Brien. Can't stand him. What is up the Do Better podcast, Theo Coop. Shout out to you. Let's play your drop. Let's see. Where's it at? Where's it at, Coop? Shout out to Coop.
Deshaun Watson.
But back to the Texans, y'all. Bill O'Brien at the time could not stand that man. And there's a reason why they got him gone at the Texans. He was no good. That's why Deshaun Watson wanted out to begin with. I don't blame him for that. And, you know, not Deshaun Watson, but the thing with Bill O'Brien is Bill O'Brien, ironically, he went to Alabama as an offensive coordinator. Could not stand him at Alabama. Could not stand him. Because he would call pass plays at the end zone. I'm like, why are we not running the ball? And sure enough, you risk the chance of having an interception. Could not stand him. Could not stand him. And then he went back to the Patriots. And he tanked. I don't care what anybody says. Fight me on it. He tanked Mac Jones' career at the Patriots. The reason why Mac Jones got, released or whatever it was, traded, I can't remember now. The reason why he got let go from the Patriots, in my opinion, is because of Bill O'Brien's offensive coordinating. And that's also when Bill Belichick got let go as well. And Mac Jones, he was great. Like, he's been doing good at the 49ers. Have you all seen Mac Jones whenever he started those few games at the 49ers? He did really good. I got so off topic. Did you see Diana Rossini resign from The Athletic? Yes, we've been talking about that. Someone dropped that news in the chat, and then it's also been, people were sending me articles in the Discord about it. I gotta get into that. I'm gonna get into that. Because that's, I got some thoughts on that too. But let me finish up my thoughts with Deshaun Watson. Let's see, where's it at? There you go.
That chance, if you're going to promise him that it's his team and whatnot earlier on. I think also
Deshaun almost is still low key. He's more than serviceable. I mean, it's crazy. As bad as he's been, 128 touchdowns in his career, 123 and 48 picks. Yeah. Bro, you still at what? Is that a 3-to-1 ratio still, or at least 2.7, 2.8 to 1 ratio? Like, you still in the Browns better than anything they've seen.
I ain't doing
which
that.
is crazy.
I'm not doing that. I watched him play.
But Browns quarterbacks was bad too now. Dylan Gabriel was not good.
Yeah, but I can't even put them in the same category as him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not grading them guys. Them guys are like, come on, man. You talking about RG3 and all them dudes and all them guys? And Brady Quinn's?
Yeah.
Them dudes is like kids. I'm talking about a real player here. Deshaun Watson was so good, dude, that, like, he would have all-pro wide receivers like DeAndre Hopkins, and then there was times he didn't have them, and he still was balling. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. He's a different category. My thing with him is, and I don't even know if it's like the fans and they booing him. I don't care about none of that because a player, it's players that did a lot of worse stuff than he did, and they did well. I think some of this is the pressure of getting all that money, right? And I think maybe being away from the game for a little bit because
I don't think it's the money. I think it's mainly being away from the game, okay? He had to deal with the legal troubles. Then he's coming off of an injury. I don't think it has anything to do with the money part, okay? That's neither here nor there. But being away from the game, it's going to... That's why I cannot wait to see what Deshaun Watson does. Y'all know, like I said, I'm a sucker for an underdog story. And I also said that I think you should start Watson because you don't want to throw Sanders to the wolves, right? I want to know what the Browns have before we put Sanders as QB1. I got to know what they have. And I think the best way to do it is with someone who at least has had QB experience in the NFL, because Deshaun Watson was QB1 at the Texans. You also had him in college performing outstanding. I mean, granted, he lost in the national championship to Alabama, but roll tide to Alabama. But he is a talent. And I want to see what he can do. I want to see it before I go say, hey, let's throw Sanders to the Wolves. Because we all know how tragic the Browns have been.
Can't figure out how can you be so great and then become so bad all in the same sentence.
Yeah.
I can't figure it out.
He's only played 19 games in Cleveland, and he was the most sacked quarterback over a 19-game stretch in the NFL during that time period. I mean, he's led the league in taking sacks before, but I think also horrible situation in Cleveland as well, especially on the offensive line. I'm not here to just count him out and say that he can't go out there and give you better. In those 19 games that he played, I think he had 19 touchdowns and 12 interceptions.
Yeah, I mean
it's kind of tough, but also it looked bad. It looked really, really bad, and he can't stay healthy. And that's, to me, that's the bigger question, though.
But
he can't stay healthy.
Who gives the Browns a better chance to win this season? Deshaun and Shador.
You have no idea what you have in Shador. You have to go Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson, if he is back to being a prime.
You got, I believe it's a 70% accuracy with Sanders. And this is part of the stat is, I think, from training camp. So take it with a grain of salt. But let's not act like Sanders didn't do decent whenever he started. Because you had Deshaun Watson out. Who else did they have? Flacco. Yeah, there was just a ton of issues going on. Gabriel went out. So I think it's best for Sanders to just be QB2. But let's not act like he's not a talent. I don't know. I start Deshaun Watson, bench Shador Sanders, and they got to get rid of Gabriel. It's like I told y'all. It's a waste of talent. I don't like these rookie QBs going to teams, and it's just a waste of talent. And they're just sitting on a bench where they can't, especially two teams that are horrible, where they can't develop. If you're going to keep them, at least keep the rookie QBs on a team where they can develop under a decent QB. I'm not saying Deshaun Watson can give Sanders that, but that's what we're working with. At least let Dylan Gabriel go, though, right? Let's see what else they have to say.
Good Deshaun Watson.
Good, yeah.
If he's just good, if he's 75% of what we've seen him at his best,
bro,
he's the best. He's the best quarterback we've seen for the Browns in ever.
But that's asking a lot. Did y'all see him play? Yo,
yeah.
I watched tape on him. I'm like, he don't even know where to go with the ball. Like sometimes as a quarterback, when you may get older or maybe you get hurt, maybe he can't run as much or watch him. Like he don't know where to go with the ball. That's scary because you've been in the league for so long. You should know. It's a case that I don't know, man. There's no cure for it.
I mean, I don't know. I take that with a grain of salt, right? Because we really have not seen him play a lot. And it's not like he was on a team at the time that was decent. So I take that with a grain of salt. I mean, it's basically the same thing with what he had at the Texans, what he's dealing with the Browns. It's chaotic. But shout out to you, Theo Coop, for bringing up Rossini. Oh, and y'all go subscribe. I talk about Coop all the time, it seems like. But I also reacted to one of the videos you did on Rossini, and the chat really enjoyed that. So shout out to you. Y'all go subscribe to the Do Better podcast, Theo Coop. Half of the stuff that I've learned, like what I got going on, is mainly because of Coop, y'all. I've learned a lot from Coop. So shout out to him. Y'all go subscribe to his channel, especially if you're content creators. Okay, so let's see. Do y'all want? What's this?
All right, kick it off again, please.
Just ask me the question.
Yeah. From there. You agree with Rappaport that Watson will be the Browns QB1 to start the season?
I agree that Rappaport will be this. I agree with Deshaun Watson will be the
same video. Shout out to you, Pooh Man, for dropping the link to Coop's channel. All right. Let's go ahead and do a recap on Rossini since that got brought up with the breaking news of Rossini being let go or resigned. Scratch that. Scratch what I said. She wasn't let go, but she resigned. So, let's see. Which one is it? There we go.
I'll have a video about this on a social I liked as well. Awful announcing put this out. Diana Rossini reportedly, and I love Diana. I love Diana. Be reporting while the New York Times investigates her claims relating to Mike Vrabel. Also, Mike Vrabel participated in the Patriots pre-draft press conference this year. Vrabel will reportedly not be participating. What? This is like, are we being a little too hard on Diana Rossini? Please. Yo,
so y'all know we watched this video last time. So now you got the news that she resigned. I'm not surprised. What did I tell y'all? I told you when you behave like that in public, you are going to suffer the consequences. That's the way it goes. There's no escaping it. And I can't remember what someone else said in the chat the other day whenever we were talking about it. Oh, basically, like, it's none of our business. I can't remember who it was that said that. But the thing with that is when you're in the public eye, when you are someone of status, which those two are someone of status, he's a head coach, she's a well-known reporter, people are going to recognize you. People are going to be watching what you're doing. You best believe they're going to be in your business. That's a part of the job. That's what you sign up for. Is it always right? No. But you can't be behaving like that. You're going to get caught every time. Every time. And it did not look good, y'all. The interlocking of the hands, being poolside, no one else around you. The entire time these pictures are being taken, there is no one around you. And it's like Coop said in that video. Coop said that it had the beautiful scenery. I mean, and it's a lodge. It was like a lodge or whatever it was for couples. That's not somewhere you're going with just anybody. And like I said, I didn't see nobody else. The entire time these pictures are being taken, we only seen them two. That was it.
This is what I hate about America. Why are we all in his business? Why are we in their business? Now, to me,
I told you why we're in their business. They're public figures. He's a head coach. She's a well-known reporter. They're someone of status. They have eyes on them. Of course, people are going to be in their business.
I've been in workplaces, and I work with different people in talent, and sometimes some may look...
What talent you been working with?
Sometimes it looks like more than what it really is, right? If you hug somebody a certain way, if you talk to them too long, people want to always blow something up. I'll give you an example. Okay. Stay with me here. If you're in a nightclub, if you're in a bar, and it's dark, the lights are dim, and I see a married man at the bar. He's a married man. Yeah. Having a conversation with a lady, having a drink, and they're talking for 5 minutes. At the 6-minute mark, I see him reaching his phone, looking up, talking to her. I see her reaching her phone, and she's talking to him. From a distance, it looks like
they're exchanging numbers.
Yeah, and they all could have been instant text message and talking to each other. So my point
That's
being
a horrible example, y'all. Horrible example, because they were interlocking hands. We're not talking about them exchanging business numbers. They were interlocking hands, poolside at a couple resort, hotel, whatever it was. 1 bedroom, 2-person hotel. And this happened to, we seen with Urban Meyer, how he behaved in public. He was caught at a bar with a young girl on his lap, and he got called out for it. You best believe the public's going to be in your business when you're a notable figure. It comes with the job. But now it's said that Rossini has resigned, and I am not surprised one bit by it. I'm not. I think that was the best move. Let me play my CDT beats while I talk. I think that was the best move that could have been made, was Rossini resigning. Because I told y'all that what would most likely happen with her is she would get demoted. She probably seen the writing on the wall. She probably knew what it was. The fact that they were investigating it says a lot. And she probably resigned before it got any worse. That's just my opinion. Alright. Moving on from that. Do y'all want to get into... I don't know. What time is it? 6:31. I'm debating if I want to get into the Jalen Hurts topic again. So we also had AJ Brown, the Wicks trade going on. I'm debating on doing it. I was going to do a recap on that, but I'm just debating. I'm like, man, do I want to stick around and do that, or do I want to clock out? We'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. I am getting kind of tired, y'all. Where are we at? Let's look at the show topics. Derek, you always on something, man. You said go for it. Should I go for it? Let's see. Go for it. Try to break Creek's 7-hour record. I'm telling you right now, I ain't breaking no 7-hour record. I ain't breaking no 7-hour record. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Maybe one day I'll be able to do that. Creek, you said, what about Creek? LYC. Even though LY tries to recruit me as a Eagles fan, LY's telling me to rest. Shout out to LY. But LY, just for you, we might get into...
For Coach of the Year. That is probably the clearest...
We might get into the topic of... Let's see. Which one is it? Wicks and AJ Brown. Let's go ahead and do it. LY, this one's for you.
About another trade that just took place. Dontavian Wicks heads over to Philadelphia. They also brought in Hollywood Brown, right, this offseason? Yeah. And this is all with a bunch of A.J. Brown smoke kind of happening.
Elijah Moore they brought in as well.
The Patriots obviously were a talking point because of Rabes' relationship with A.J. Brown. And whenever people saw what they were like in Tennessee, they obviously start linking them together up there to New England. Are they just trying to get 100? How's this? More weapons? What are your thoughts on moving Dontavian Wicks to the Philadelphia Eagles?
Yeah.
I think there's a case where an A.J. Brown trade remains in play. I think there's every possibility that he could be traded. Everybody around the league believes that. Doesn't mean it happens, but it's certainly on the table. And so the Eagles have taken the steps they need to. Now, you can look at it the other way and say, okay, they went out and added Elijah Moore too. Elijah Moore and A.J. Brown were college teammates. Maybe you're trying to entice A.J. Brown. But I think when all is said and done, I think I'd lean him being traded. And they now have gone out and added Dontavian Wicks. They've added Hollywood Brown. They've added Elijah Moore. I think they've taken off some of the emphasis that they need to go get a wide receiver, let's just say in round one. Like, I would think that they're going to draft.
So, y'all know Adam Schefter. He's a very reliable source. He gets all the inside information when it comes to deals and trades. He's the most accurate when it comes to that, right? I'm wondering, y'all. At first, I was like, nah, AJ Brown's staying. But since Adam Schefter said that, it does make me question the way he put it. Could they be trading AJ Brown? Because it's like his point. You bring in Wicks, you bring in Hollywood. He did make the case that, okay, well, they played together in college. So could they, be trying to entice AJ Brown? But more likely than not, the way it goes, and he's someone with experience who knows how these deals works, they end up getting traded. So I don't know.
To wide receiver here at some point in time. I still think the chance of an AJ Brown trade are real.
Okay, this is the first time you've said that. Just a couple seconds ago, you said you think he is going to get traded. I think, in my brain, immediately went like, whoa, is that new information? I was just at a golf tournament that didn't allow cell phones on the course, Schefter. Jeez, the last 2 days. I didn't know if this was just known stuff, and I was sitting in the sun and I got scorched. Did we? I think we've done a lot of, they don't want to move on from him. They don't want to move on from him. This feels like the first time I've heard you say that they are probably going to move on from him.
Well, I think I've been pretty consistent. I've leaned more likely to trade than not, and I'm still in that camp.
Further on that camp,
you said Prince Bud. Remember, Chelsea said she's competitive. Cree set the benchmark at 7. Can she break it? Dang, Derek, now you got me in a challenge. Wait, what's the y'all? I'm lost. What's the is the Cree challenge breaking the 7-hour record? Is that what the Cree challenge is? Or am I getting it mixed up? I know Cree doesn't like talking about the Cree challenge, but what is that? The Cree challenge is breaking the record. Y'all know I am competitive, y'all. I might not do it today, but Derek, since you said that, now I'm dead set. Like, I have to make that happen. I might start, I don't know. It'd have to be a day where I know for sure Coop ain't streaming, right? I know Coop ain't streaming, CDTVs ain't streaming, Cree's not streaming. Don't want Mo streaming either, because I love your average logical thinker. It would have to be a day where I know it's like completely free and I can go 7 hours. I'd have to start early in the morning. 7 hours, Chelsea. It's not going to be today. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be today. But now I got to do it. Now I got to find a way. I'm going to have a whole lineup that I know will give me 7 hours of content. And I would have to make sure I have break clips in between. Now you got me planning it, Derek. Dang it, Derek. You are the what did I call you? You think that you're the producer, the show producer of the show? Man.
That camp?
Say it again?
Further into that camp now with the Dontavian Wicks trade?
That didn't move my needle at all. To me, it's just another sign that they are willing to move on from him. Just another sign, like reinforcing what we thought all along, which is that a trade is in play, remains in play, and that there's real possibility it's going to happen.
You're saying a needle can't get a little motion with the Dontavian Wicks trade, but it certainly solidifies some thoughts that we've had for a while. I like that. Okay, last question here, Schefter, on NFL News. Comes from Don.
Man, do y'all think AJ Brown stays? That should be a new poll. Do y'all think AJ Brown stays or goes? Unpaid producer 1. That's funny. Oh, man. You're the honorary, would you call it honorary show producer of me and Cree's channels? Oh, LY, you think he's staying? Wow. Okay. I would like for him to stay. I mean, I think he's one that can make those contested catches. But I don't know. Like, now I'm on the fence about it. I was for sure set on AJ Brown staying. But now I'm on the fence about it. The way that Adam Scheffner, put it with Brennan and Wicks, Hollywood, it is. And then plus you have Devontae Smith. It does make me question whether they keep AJ Brown or not. Oh, man. I'm on the fence about that one. Alright then, let the stream challenge begin. Nah, wait. That stream challenge ain't beginning today, y'all. We ain't doing that today. I have to plan it out, okay? I have to plan it out. It has to be a day I know I'm absolutely free, have nothing going on. A 7-hour? Creek, I cannot believe you went 7 hours. When was that? I'm trying to think of when that was. Was that when I was on? That one time? Or wait, no. Was that one 6 hours? Y'all, there's been so many, I can't even keep up. Y'all go subscribe to Go Cree. If you're not subscribed to Go Cree, you can find me on her channel as well. I got Prince Bud up here. Let me act like I got some sense. Go Cree. Go subscribe to Go Cree. This is Go Cree, y'all. Go subscribe to her channel, though. That's another place that I am frequently in the YouTube streets, is over there on Cree's channel. And that's on Wednesdays and Sundays, and occasionally you might see her pop up every now and then. But make sure y'all go subscribe to Go Cree. That's where that G Honda, well, not G Hudson, the G Hudson roast, that is Derek's famous drop. That's where that comes from. I low-key think he goes. Okay, so Prince Bud, you think AJ Brown goes this past Sunday? Okay, that's what I thought. Man, I fell asleep. What is with me, y'all? I don't know. Lately, I've been up later. But that night, I fell asleep early. I know for sure I fell asleep early. Man. Because I had all the boys on the panel. Wait! No, I think I was in that chat. What am I talking about? Was that 7 hours? Cree? Yeah, I was there. Old lady. Cree, you said old lady. Don't do me like that. Wow. Yeah, I was there. I was up. I just now remembered, because that's right. Me and you were joking about... I wasn't going to say anything, Cree, but that's right. You did have all the men up there, and I was waiting for you to say something. And then you said it, and I was like, well, I wasn't going to mention it, but since you brought that up... Of course. Yeah, 7 hours. Okay, let me go into the next one. Again, we have the Jalen Hurts topic.
Topic of conversation this offseason whenever it comes to NFL quarterbacks. Real talk with MJ.
My bad for having this much speakeasy. Usually, y'all know I don't like speakeasy. The only reason why I have so many speakeasies is because Nightcap didn't go live last night. So I have more speakeasy on here than I have of Nightcap, Pat McAfee. I always have Pat McAfee usually. But yeah, speakeasy is not my favorite. But let's listen to him.
Hey, one of the funniest guys on Twitter, I gotta say. He said this offseason has proved Jalen Hurts is the face of the league. Very interesting take here. I want to know you guys' thoughts. Do you guys believe Jalen Hurts is now the face of the NFL?
Chelsea, you could do the day before the draft. You can do the picks for the first 10 picks for 7 rounds. Yeah, the day before the draft. That's a good idea. Because, I mean, y'all know that I will be a guest on Real to Sports for the draft. So, that is a good idea. The day before the draft, do a live. I like that. I like that idea. Maybe I can pull that off. Like I said, y'all, we would have to take breaks in between. I would have to get breaks ready, like more in between break footage. Maybe I can add some of the clips that y'all have sent me, like the funny sports clips. Maybe I can add those in, because I know 3 a.m. I think Pooh Man sent me some. Y'all got me planning this. Now, see, Derek, dang you, Derek. I ain't mad at you, because you did defend me against G Hudson, so I'll never be mad at you. But now you got me being competitive, because now I'm like, now I gotta do that. I gotta go be competitive against Cree. And for sure, y'all, if I do that, I'm wondering if I won't hit the mark for my streaming hours. I could go ahead and get my streaming hours in, because I was like, the last I checked, I was like 60%. I have 60% done of my streaming hours. So by the time I do a 7-hour live, I will probably hit that goal. What's up? Let's see, what's your name? I'm gonna call you E. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna call you E. I don't think you're a troll, but let's see what you said. Put Deshaun in QB, let him spin. Shador is trash. I don't agree with the trash part. I don't think Sanders is trash, but I do agree with you with putting Deshaun Watson in. It's like I talked about earlier. You don't want to throw Sanders into the Wolves. You got to see what the team has. Plus, you're under a new head coach. You have a QB that has had, well, at least had some sort of veteran NFL experience. Granted, he hasn't played in almost 2 years, but I am more comfortable with Deshaun Watson being the starter versus Sanders. But shout out to you for being here. I hope you stick around. Great thoughts. Derek is that kid that will make you go stream. Wait. Hold on. I gotta reread this. Let's see. What'd you say, Cree? Let me go back up. Derek is that kid that will make you go steam the candy bar. Oh, I'm guessing you mean steal. Go steal the candy bar so he won't have to. Okay, you did say steal. That's funny, Cree. That's funny. Cree takes breaks. She goes and gets a drink and all that, rolls a blunt and cooks a burger, then comes back. Man, you two be going at each other. It's so funny. That's funny, Derek. That is kind of true though, Cree. Like I mean, I won't say that you would go to the extreme of going to go cook a burger. You might reheat up some leftovers, but that's funny. That is funny. Derek. Okay, back to this Jalen Hurts topic.
I saw this by Real Talk with MJ. That's why I wanted to discuss it. Yeah. No, Jalen Hurts is not the face of the National Football League. That is Patrick Mahomes, and it is disrespectful to suggest otherwise. Now, Jalen Hurts is the most polarizing player in football because some people think that Jalen Hurts is elite. Other people think Jalen Hurts gets carried by the Philadelphia Eagles. But just because you are polarizing, just because you are highly discussed, does not make you the face of the National Football League. The face of the National Football League are multiple time champions, the Tom Brady's of the world, the Peyton Manning's of the world, the Patrick Mahomes of the world. Jalen Hurts is a highly polarizing character. I believe winning and losing a quarterback stat, not to derail the conversation, but that's why I think Jalen Hurts can be considered...
not to derail the conversation. That's all they ever do. We seen it earlier. With the whole MJ and SGA. We seen it with that discussion. They derailed the whole conversation.
Elite. I would call him a top 5 quarterback because he wins like that. He's polarizing. But the face of the National Football League, it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to Patrick Mahomes to even make this suggestion. However, if Mahomes were to miss this season with another injury of some sort, a broken shoelace for the entirety of the season, Jalen Hurts could be in that conversation.
No, I do agree with that. Like, if you're just going based off wins, shout out to Cree's team. She is a Chiefs fan. But if we're going based off of, the stats. Patrick Mahomes has had more Super Bowl wins. So you got to give credit where credit's due. I mean, granted, you take in this past season, being taken out with an injury and not making the playoffs. I get it if we're just talking about this past season, but if we're talking all time, like the face no matter what is going to be Patrick Mahomes right now. And I told y'all, they're always looking for the next Tom Brady. The NFL moves on quick. And right now, they have that spot for Patrick Mahomes. Do I like it? No, I'll be honest, I don't like it. I don't really like it. But it is what it is. I do prefer Jalen Hurts over Patrick Mahomes, if I'm being honest with you, but that's me being biased. Y'all know I'm biased. Hold on, let me make sure that I have this on. Okay.
Topic of conversation this offseason whenever it comes to NFL quarterbacks. Real talk.
I started that over. I think we were right there. But y'all know I'm biased.
That's just me. Maybe I'm biased a little bit. Maybe I'm biased a lot of bit. But who cares for this discussion?
This is his league. They had a down year, but overall, he wins. He's always on commercials. He's always, in the playoffs. He's always the AFC Championship game. He's always in the Super Bowl. So
with Jalen Hurts, I think his notoriety is more popular than Patrick Mahomes as far as how inspirational he is. I think many people look up to him because of what he's done throughout his career. So you take his college days, for example, got benched in the national championship. Tua Tagovailoa had an injury during the SEC championship. They bring back Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts rallies the team and wins. I think that win was against Georgia. So you look at what he's done throughout his career, and then of course he transferred to Oklahoma, then drafted to the Eagles. I think he started out on the bench and then developed and was Wentz. I can't remember who was there at first. Was it Wentz before Jalen Hurts became the starter? But you see where Jalen Hurts is now, winning a Super Bowl and all he has accomplished, and all of the Nick Saban-ish things that he says in his interviews, press conferences. I do think he's the most inspirational. I think he's more favored than Mahomes. But as far as the face for talent-wise, you got to give credit where credit's due. Got to give it to Patrick Mahomes because he does have those Super Bowls. And I shouldn't even hate on Patrick Mahomes that much because they do say he is a very great guy. He does a lot for the community. My stepmom, she's a Chiefs fan. She even told me about some of the things he's done for the community. So I don't want to hate on him too much, but I do think Jalen Hurts is more inspirational. Hurts a SB MVP and SB champ. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying the Super Bowl MVP and Super Bowl champ. He outplayed Mahomes twice at the Super Bowl. I mean, you could definitely make arguments of why Jalen Hurts is an inspiration, but Mahomes has all the rings. That's my only thing is Mahomes has all the rings. Jalen Hurts is not the face of the NFL. Never, ever. I won't ever, never say never, right? I would like for him to be the face of the NFL, if I'm being honest. I'm telling you right now, if that man comes out and balls out the way he has done in the past every time, after everyone who was talking smack on his name, I would be so happy. I would be so happy, y'all. And that's coming from a Dallas fan. That's coming from a Dallas fan. But I would be so happy. I want that. I want that for Hurts. I would rather it be him than Mahomes. But y'all know I'm biased. I'm biased.
So his
Let
you know,
me
but then
scratch
again,
that. I would prefer it be Dak Prescott because it's similar to Hurts. Dak Prescott has overcome a lot in his career, but that ain't happening at the Cowboys, y'all. That ain't happening. I know what it is with the Cowboys. It ain't happening at the Cowboys. Jalen Hurts is in a better position than Dak Prescott for accomplishing that goal. It's unfortunate for the Cowboys, but it is what it is. Shout out to Jerry Jones.
Jalen Hurts is a very important player in this league, though, right? That's why we talk about him. I think because, you know, the way he plays, the way he wins, right? The city he plays for, Philadelphia, is a big market team. So you always talk about him. And another thing I learned about this game, when you mention the Eagles, you're going to get some ratings. That's the truth. So when they hate on my boy and they talk about him, I get it. I get it. If you want to go pop or you want to go viral, just bring Jalen Hurts' name up.
Yeah, I do think from a competition and narrative standpoint, Patrick Mahomes is the face of the National Football League. I think it's two things, right? So there's that competition and narrative standpoint, what we talk about in terms of players and what they need to do for their legacies, wins and losses, that matters a lot, right? But then there's also popularity, right? Jalen Hurts, unquestionably a top 5 most popular.
You gotta explain yourself. Explain why you don't think Jalen Hurts is going to do that. I want an explanation. I need some thought process behind that of why you think that Jalen Hurts would never accomplish this. You a Cowboys fan? Wait, are you a Cowboys fan? Who's your team? I should have asked you that. Who's your team? But I do want to know why you think Jalen Hurts wouldn't accomplish that. Because I never say never around here. I think that... What's up, Clutch Sports Media? Y'all go subscribe to Clutch Sports Media. I was a guest on one of his lives one time. Shout out to you. Hope all is going well with your recovery still. So shout out to you for being here. And y'all go subscribe to Clutch Sports Media. I like the Cowboys. Need me a hat. Go Cowboys! Alright, you a Cowboys fan too. I ain't mad at it. Alright, cool. Yeah, see, I'm not with the Jalen Hurts hate. I'm not the Cowboys fan that's with the Jalen Hurts hate. I'm not. I'm just not for that. I gotta have an explanation of why you think Jalen Hurts won't accomplish this, because he's proven time and time again how he overcomes these obstacles and wins and does well. And I've gave plenty of examples. I gave examples of when he was at college. I've gave examples of when he's in the NFL. He's overcame so much in his career that his mentality, I just have to think his mentality, you have to have the teammates around you to accomplish these goals, right? So he's not going to be able to do it alone. But with his mentality, like, I feel like that really gets them further than what people think. And part of that comes from Nick Saban, too, because Nick Saban was big on mentality, mental health. If you don't know Nick Saban from Alabama, he had a background in sports psychology. He minored in sports psychology, and I always said that I think that minor in sports psychology is what helped make him be the head coach that he was and have the success he had, because he was able to resonate with those players and keep them motivated and recruit the talent. But yeah, I don't know. You want to hear too. Yeah, you want to hear too, just as bad as me. Yeah, see, my thing with Jalen Hurts right now is, even when they changed the formation, like being in shotgun to being under center, he still performed well. It's not like he wasn't doing well. I know that they didn't make it. I know that they didn't make it this past season. But he still performed well. He still had really great stats. About to get me a cowboy hat again. Jalen Hurts is trash. You gotta explain. Like, you can't just be saying that to say that. I gotta have a reasonable explanation of why you think this. How is he trash? You got me up here defending an Eagle, for crying out loud. I mean, granted, I normally do give credit where credit's due, but you got me up here defending Jalen Hurts as a Cowboys fan. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that one, because Jalen Hurts, he won a Super Bowl. Not even Dak Prescott has won. Let's see. I'm trying to think of all the quarterbacks. Tony Romo obviously didn't win a Super Bowl. Who was the one before Tony Romo? Why do I always blank on his name? Granted, I was really young. When I grew up mainly in the Tony Romo days, but I can't ever remember that one when I was younger. Was it something with was his last name something with the Bledsoe? Was it Bledsoe? I think it was Bledsoe. Bledsoe was out, and I think Tony Romo came in. But we ain't never won a Super Bowl with, like, in recent years with our quarterbacks. Yeah, I'm defending an Eagle because you're making me give credit where credit's due. It'd be a lot easier, E, if you just gave credit where credit's due and we called it even here, because I'm telling you. Oh, man. Your choke boy Dak. Wait. Wow, let's not go that far. Your choke boy Dak allergic to rings. Let's not go that far now, okay? You gotta I'm saying give credit where credit's due, right? So you look at, y'all got me so off topic here. While I rant, let's play my CDT Beats. Shout out to CDT Beats. Y'all make sure you go subscribe to CDT Beats. He is my music producer for the show. So shout out to CDT Beats. But back to my little rant. Don't go throwing Dak Prescott into that, okay? Because I'm telling you, it's not all on Dak Prescott. Part of that is the team that he's been surrounded by. Part of that is the coaching. Of course, I do give some responsibility to Dak Prescott. You know, there's some things where it's just like, yeah, you had no business throwing that pass. That was not threading the needle. Whatsoever. That was just a flat out interception. But there's other times where it's like things he couldn't prevent, like a deflection off of a helmet or whatever, and it ends up being intercepted, or somebody fumbles. You know, there's just certain things where it's like not all on Dak Prescott. So Clutch Sports, don't go saying that, is average at best. If you all look at his stats, he is a great player. He just doesn't have... There's always some sort of obstacle that they have to deal with, right? Consistently, it's been the defense, the run game, stopping the run on the defense. But there's just always been something with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is a good NFL QB. Yeah, he's good. Let's see. If we have to say who's the best, let's see if I can name them off the top of my head. Now, some of this might be a little biased, right? Some of it might be a little biased, y'all, okay?
That's just me. Maybe I'm biased a little bit. Maybe I'm biased a lot of bit. But who cares for this discussion?
Media aspect
No,
of what
maybe I'm biased on this, but I mean, it's unfortunate, but I do gotta go Patrick Mahomes. Who else would I go? I know people are gonna debate me on this. I know people are gonna hate me on this. I go Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen. Actually, no, I don't even know if I could put Josh Allen there. I want to put Josh Allen there, but I gotta go Matthew Stafford. Who else? Let's see. Matthew Stafford. Who would be next? I guess then it would be Josh Allen. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit biased when it comes to Joe Burrow, but I do like Joe Burrow. If I had to pick, am I leaving out any QBs? I know that Joe Burrow and Josh Allen haven't won a Super Bowl, but at least, maybe I should put Joe Burrow before Josh Allen, because at least Joe Burrow made it to the Super Bowl. I don't want to put the Seahawks, Sam. I don't want to put him on there because I don't know. I just, maybe I'm biased when it comes to that too, but he had a lot of interceptions, right? I mean, he did improve and win a Super Bowl, but I don't know. I just felt like he had all the right pieces and it really helped him win. I shouldn't discredit him like that. I really shouldn't discredit someone like that. Maybe Sam should be on that top 5 list. But who do y'all think? Who do y'all think is top 5 QBs? No Prescott in there? No. Allen chokes in playoffs. Yeah. No, I can't put Dak. How could I put Dak Prescott in there? Give me a reason why I could put Dak Prescott in that list. No MVPs, no Super Bowl appearances, and no playoff wins. How could I put Dak Prescott in a top 5 QB list? Yeah, I agree. He does be throwing dimes, but does he have the stats to back up why he should be a top 5 QB? Does he have a Super Bowl ring? Does he have a playoff win? What was the other thing I listed? There was one more thing I listed. A Super Bowl appearance. Does he have those things? I can't put Prescott in the top 5. I would definitely put him in my top 10. I won't lie to you there. I would put Dak Prescott in my top 10, but I can't put him top 5. He does not have the stats to back that up. As much as I want to say my QB, Herbert, needs an offensive line, yeah. People talk really good. Well, they did. I don't know about right now, but people were saying of how much the Chargers improved. Clutch Sports, who do you think? Who do you think's your top 5? Give me a list. I do put Dak in top 10. I do think he has at least the stats to prove why he should be top 10. Because you're not putting Tua Tagovailoa there. You're not putting Bryce Young. I mean, I guess Bryce Young could start to make the list. I don't know. I mean, I would go Brock Purdy. Well, I would put Goff there. Goff, Brock Purdy. If I'm getting into my top 10s, gotta have Goff and Brock Purdy on there. Gotta have Dak Prescott on there. And this is in no particular order when it comes to the top 10 list, but Brock Purdy, Goff, Dak. Who else would I put in the top 10? I don't know if I would put Herbert in there. Top 5 should be QBs with Super Bowl wins. Ooh, I like that thought, Derek. Top 5 should be QBs with Super Bowl wins. Then those who made, then down the line from there. I like that idea. So let me rearrange my list. Top 5 with a Super Bowl ring. So, Gotta go Mahomes. Gotta go Jalen Hurts. Gotta go Matthew Stafford. Gosh, who else has a super... Well, guess Sam Darnold made the list. Who else has a Super Bowl ring that's a QB that I'm missing? That's top 5. I mentioned Bryce Young. Didn't mention Jaden Daniels, although I do like Jaden Daniels in my top 10. Well, Jaden Daniels doesn't have a Super Bowl ring. Bryce Young don't have a Super Bowl ring. Joe Burrow didn't get a Super Bowl ring. Giants QB. Okay, so none of those had a Super Bowl ring. Jets definitely didn't have a Super Bowl ring. What team am I missing? Or what? Baker Mayfield didn't. Baker Mayfield didn't have a Super Bowl ring. Derek, which one am I missing that has a Super Bowl ring that would be a top 5, like, right now? Clutch Sports, you can't put Brady on the list. Brady's not playing. We're talking about current top 5. Let's see. I think that's it, right? What team am I missing that has... Because the Raiders don't have one. Miami didn't have one. I'm trying to think of a team I'm missing that had a... Yeah, but, man, Baker Mayfield, he didn't have a Super Bowl ring. We're talking, like, current, like, right now. I guess it was only 4, right? I didn't mention Aaron Rodgers. Gee, Honda, let me put some respect on Aaron Rodgers. I mean, granted, we're still waiting to hear back if Aaron Rodgers is playing or not, but Aaron Rodgers has got to be on that list. That changes things for me. Oh, man, that really changed big time for me. Should I put Aaron Rodgers at number 1? Should I put Aaron Rodgers at number 1? Has the Super Bowl ring, has amazing stats, has had a longevity of career. No, I can't put Aaron Rodgers at 1. Can't put Aaron Rodgers at 1. So this just changes my list. Oh man, this changes my list completely, unfortunately. I gotta go Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. That hurts a little bit. Gotta go Aaron Rodgers. Then Hurts. Then I guess Matthew Stafford. And then Sam Darnold. Those would be the top 5 if we're going based off rings and current players. Wow. That was difficult. That was kind of difficult. What do y'all think about that top 5 list, though? What do y'all think about my top 5? If I go based off rings and current players in the NFL, granted, we're still waiting to hear back from Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers hasn't retired yet or announced it. So if we go Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Hurts, Matthew Stafford, and Darnold, that would be my top 5. And then if we're getting into the ones who either made a Super Bowl appearance and have the stats, I gotta go Joe Burrow. Let's see. I gotta put Jaden Daniels on the list, y'all. I gotta put Jaden Daniels on the list. Brock Purdy. Who else would be on the list? I mean, CJ Stroud is good too, but I have to have Dak Prescott on the list no matter what. Dak Prescott's top 10 for me. You think A-Rod's not coming back? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You better put some respect on your QB1, G Honda. Y'all, we didn't even make it through this video.
It's huge. Travis Kelce's also huge as well. But for the narrative that we're talking about for the sake of this show, I think it's Patrick Mahomes by a long shot, but I don't think it's top 5. I'd argue from a narrative standpoint, in terms of players that we talk about, he's probably sitting at number 3 behind Lamar Jackson or maybe Josh Allen.
Lamar Jackson. Oh, that changes my list. Man, they're making me think about my list now. So I go. I would still put Joe Burrow there. Yo, I learned something crazy. I think it was in Real to Sports chat. I thought, let me put some respect on Dak Prescott, y'all. I thought that Lamar Jackson was more accurate than Dak Prescott. Tell me why I learned that Dak Prescott is actually more accurate than Lamar Jackson. Hold on, y'all. My bad, y'all. I was getting a call. My bad. What did I say? That distracted me. Why did I think that... Oh, I know what I was going to say. Why did I think that Lamar Jackson was more accurate, though? And come to find out, Dak Prescott is. So that changes my list a little bit. So I got to go Joe Burrow, then Lamar Jackson. Or not Joe Burrow, then Dak Prescott, then Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels. Yeah, okay. I'm so distracted now. I'm telling you, I think G Honda is secretly a Giants fan now. I think he is secretly a Giants fan. The way he's been hyping up Jackson Dart, I think you might be a Giants fan now. Rodgers will probably come back one more year. Yeah, maybe I should get into that news now. We'll revisit this every time, y'all. Every time I say we gonna make it through this video, we end up getting off topic and I end up going back to something else. But I did want to play this either way. I did want to tell you all about Aaron Rodgers and an update on that.
Okay, let's talk about amenable things. That is a team and their draft prospects. We're getting close, very close.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, WrestleMania is this weekend, and then the draft, the NFL draft, is next week. Dreams are going to come true. Lives are going to change. And potentially, pillar players are going to land in their homes forever.
G Honda. I was unaware that you are a bandwagon fan. I was not familiar with your game on that. My bad. Hold on, y'all. Y'all, I just did something. I don't even know what I did. Well, this just made it interesting. Why? Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. My bad, y'all. I was trying to get my chat to pop back up. Hopefully y'all can still hear me. Let me know if it's good. Right now, I'm not seeing your all's chats because OBS hid things from me. Let me just read it off my phone. I'm a Bears fan. Clutch Sports, you said bear down. Oh, man. Wait, Clutch Sports, are you a Bears fan? I can't remember. No, you're a Patriots fan, I thought. Giants team are coming. Man. So, G Honda, you're jumping ship on your Steelers, is what I'm hearing. Let me see if I can't get my chat to work. It won't let me, man. Play my CDT beats while I figure this out. Okay, hopefully that helps. Man, I don't think that worked either. I don't know what this one does. Y'all, I'm messing around with my OBS. Give me a second. Okay, well, either way, let's get back to it.
Cannot wait for that. Let's go to some convos around that entire thing next Thursday night live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Cannot wait to be there live. Shrades and Diggs will be in their trailer of brain trailer.
I love that. That's what
The football the brainler.
Yep.
The football brainler.
Yeah.
Live from the football brainler, right behind our set here. Tone and Triggs will be in there, obviously covering that. We'll have all the boys. We got some special guests lined up. Cannot wait to celebrate the next generation of NFL superstars. But on that note, Tone has a question for you, Shefty.
Yeah, Shefty, since it is next week, you know, storylines are kind of coming together now. Obviously, everybody knows the draft 99% starts at number 2, whether that's going to be Arvell Reese or David Bailey or maybe somebody else. But besides that, what do you think the storylines are? What's the biggest headline that you're watching going into this final week before the draft?
Well, that's a great question. We're in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's got more picks than any team in the league right now. They've got 12 going into the draft. And Pittsburgh right now also doesn't have an answer from its quarterback. Now, I know that everybody expects him back, believes he's going to be back, but the last I checked, they were getting an answer, or they thought they were getting an answer 30 days after the season. That hasn't come. Then they thought it would be mid-March. That hasn't come. Then it was supposed to be, Art Rooney said he was hoping to have an answer by the start of the draft. So we're waiting to see if number 8 weighs in and commits or doesn't commit or announces his intentions to come back and play or not. Again, I know everybody expects he's going to be back. We all believe he's going to be back, but he still hasn't given them an answer. So if he hasn't given them an answer by the time the draft starts next week, do the Pittsburgh Steelers at some point in time draft a quarterback? Do they draft a quarterback anyway? How high do they draft a quarterback? I just think it's kind of an interesting little question here that's sitting there until number 8 weighs in. Now, again, you know what would be cool? What would be cool is if at some point in the draft, he walked out on the stage and announced he was coming back.
It's like WWE.
Oh, I can see it now.
They play Renegade, and he comes walking out to announce the Steelers.
What's he waiting for, H?
It's like that would be pretty cool.
Y'all, I like that idea. I said I like the idea of him one last hurrah before he really retires. And hold on, okay, I was making sure my internet was good. One last hurrah before he retires, and I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it. I wouldn't be mad at it. Like, coming out at the draft, I think that would be cool. Saying I'm coming back. They do suspect A-Rod's coming back. They said that's why the Steelers haven't had so much pressure. But we'll see what happens. I'll revisit this. Y'all, I gotta go. I got phone calls. I got people. I got business to handle. Okay? I got phone calls I have to make. I gotta get me some dinner. So I'm gonna have to cut this short. I'll close out with a motivational video real quick, and then we'll get out of here.
Stop comparing yourself to other people. Compare yourself to you. Be the best you could possibly be. And that's all you need to focus on. Be the best you could possibly be. I don't give a damn what they got going on. I don't give a damn what they got in the driveway. I don't give a damn what you pulling up to. I don't give a damn what you got around your neck or on your feet. Be the best you that you could possibly be. That's all God asks.
Just be the best y'all can be. That's all God can ask. But shout out to y'all for being here. I'll catch you later, Touchdown Tribe. Bye, guys.
I know that last night we let the liquor talk, but baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet. I know that last night we let the liquor talk, but baby, something's telling me this ain't over yet. I know that last night